Alright, we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Not sure if anyone's there right now. I just woke up. It's 4 a.m. here in California. Still very dark outside. As of 4 hours ago, the Hardcore World Tour, the leveling portion began. So here we are. A lot of you guys still might be confused about what that is, and we can talk about that today in the stream. But we're going to get started with our character today. The expectation is you record or stream. So I formed a 5-man team called NOCC, rolling Horde side. I'm sure I'll have to explain this like 10 times over today, but my teammates are Grace, Tactics, Bobka, myself, Dustbone, who's one of my Scarum, Invictus buddies from Vanilla Classic. He's currently raiding with Serenity right now. He's still doing like 6 Uld Wars a week. He's a big pumper. Shaman main. And Lesmos. Just quickly, does it sound okay? I know I actually sound like shit because I'm still getting over a cold. So I'm a little congested and stuff, but hopefully it sounds okay. Yo, what up, Grills? Rise and grind, what up, Grills? Anybody else streaming at the moment? I literally just got up, just made my coffee. I know Tactics was streaming a little while ago. At least he said he was going to, right, as I was going to sleep. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're the only one on. Well, alright. Let's just get going.
What do you need?
And so a new journey begins. Team NOCC, back to Horde.
What do you need? Dabu. Strength.
Yo, C knows what's up, brother. What's up, Blackout? Let me check in with YouTube, see if anyone's there. 99.9k subs, pause champ. Yeah, about that. That's pretty wild. All this shameless shilling on the last stream actually worked quite well, I think. Yeah, we are less than 100 subs away on YouTube from 100k. I don't want to jinx it, though. I don't even want to believe that it's going to go up. It's whatever, bro. If it does, it does. Less than 100 subs away after years of doing this YouTube grind. I mean, I haven't been very consistent, to be fair. That's pretty cool, though. It's pretty neat. The 6-figure sub count. Yeah, we're going to be nice and chill today, taking it easy. This world tour is basically structured in a way where you have 11 weeks. They get 59.75 for the final circuit. 4 dungeon circuits along the way. But as far as the leveling speed requirement, it's not very sweaty. It's pretty chill. You just have to not die. We'll take it easy. Play smart. Try not to throw the game. Not a speed run or anything. The speed runs will be in the dungeons themselves. But yeah, there's a lot of fun things we can talk about today with regard to comp. What comps are going to be the best? Who's playing? What are the other teams? I think so far there was like 18 or 19 teams that signed up. And keep in mind, these are teams of 5 or 6. I would imagine most of them would be 6. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good, man. Monday morning. Yeah, I hate to see it. Probably gonna do about a 4-hour stream just to get started. $100k Andy? Man, I don't know. I don't want to believe it, brother. I don't want to believe it. Can anyone tell me what add-on he uses for the auto attack timer? Yeah, it's called a weapon swing timer. Good old WSD, been around forever. Just customize it in a bit where it doesn't look as clunky. Remove the borders, move the text. I think it's 410 width, 410 width, 15 height, I set it so it's always displaying, even out of combat. Sarkoth not up. Hope you get 100k. Hope you deserve it. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that so much. Mountain Dew with the 100 bits. Yo, thanks, man. Yeah, you guys enjoy that? You enjoy the Deadmines race, guys? Anybody watch that? It was a lot of fun to cast. I think it went pretty good. We're pretty excited for the future of it. Getting better at promoting stuff too, man. I'm such a boomer when it comes to promoting stuff. I'm learning about Twitter and how to like properly do Twitter posts, Instagram posts. Shit is like Chinese to me. I don't understand it too well, but getting better at it. Been using Twitter a lot more, getting a lot like of engagement from that. The M race was nice. Yo, Avisu, what's up, dude? Thanks, man. Thank you for the tier 1, 31 months, bro. I appreciate that, man. It's nice of you. It seems advantageous to build comp for the long con for the endgame dungeons. Yeah, like, so I'll get into our comp. And pretty much, so the team is myself on Hunter, Tactics on Warrior, so not Rogue, Bobka on Rogue, Grace on his classic Feral Druid, and then we have a Resto Shaman. So it's not quite like a super min-max melee cleave. Like the super min-max melee cleave is probably 3 warriors, a shaman, a rogue, and all the warriors are trying to tank separate shit so they can get rage. Or you could go 2 shamans, 2 warriors, a rogue. It's not bad either. But the thing is, I think our comp is a little bit more balanced. It's a little bit less greedy. You have some more finesse you can do. Like Hunter has a lot of tips and tricks you can do. A lot of tricks you can do, right? You can just like take a boss for a walk by yourself. You have your pet tank. And ultimately, it's kind of class over player, I think, to a certain extent. Like Gray's on Feral Druid, he really is like as goofy as Gray's is, and we all love him. Like he's really good at Druid, man. I don't know why he likes that orange class so much, but you put him on that orange class, he's really at his comfort zone, especially on Horde side. So I think we're all just playing what we're really comfortable with, where it's just straight mastery. You know, you don't have to think about anything. You kind of know all the steps already. You know every skill. You know every pixel. You know everything. Like, and you're just chill, just in your element.
Blood
Have
and
some decent synergy with like, physical damage. A lot of buffs going
For
out.
the Horde, strength and honor.
So I'll be buffing the group with True Shot. I think I'm going Marks. Maybe the whole way. We'll see. We might have to respec for a couple different of the circuits.
May your blades never dull.
Graze is going his classic Feral. Rogue's going Combat Swords, I would imagine. Warrior going, I think Tactics said he's going Arms. We'll have Battle Shout, we'll have True Shot, we'll have Leader of the Pack. Such an amazing. Oh yeah, no Serpent Sting, kind of brutal right now. Got arrows, vendor trash, it did all that already. Except lazy peons. But yeah, good morning everybody.
Loktar.
Oop, I can still grab him. Got him, yeah. Those peons, you can still get credit for them before if you hit them fast enough. What is the World Tour? I don't understand either. Yeah, I'll explain it again. I'm sure a lot of people, it's kind of a confusing concept, I'm not gonna lie, especially as a proof of concept. I can go back to the basics. Yeah, man. Less than 100 away from 100k. I know, it's crazy. After all these years doing this, 99.9, about 800 subs away. Yeah, so the World Tour is only Black Smoke's kind of brainchild. He hit me up months and months ago about it and was like, dude, I have this idea for a more long form structured hardcore tournament or league or whatever you want to call it. And it was very like ambitious at the time. I was like, I don't know if people are gonna want to be doing that. That's just such a, it was kind of overwhelming to think about. But he got into Call it Ompi and Tactics and myself, and slowly started chipping away at the iceberg, refining a rule set, making a white paper of sorts, and just putting pen to paper, writing stuff down, refining it slowly, how the scoring system would work, what the dungeon circuits would look like, and pretty much built it out into a way that everybody got really excited about it. So what the World Tour is it's 11 weeks long, and it's broken down into 4 dungeon circuits, and I believe the 4th dungeon circuit is the grand finale. I could be wrong. It could be 4 dungeon circuits plus a grand finale, so it might be 5, but I think it's just 4 total. I could be wrong, but all the stuff is in the Discord. You guys, some of you guys might even know better than me. I was focusing mainly on the dungeon draft stuff. But yeah, it's 11 weeks long. You register with a team of 5 or 6. You just level at your own pace, record everything. There's an add-on you need to download as well, in addition to the hardcore add-on. I've never used it before. It's called Auto Bibliographer, or Autobiographer. Some of you guys might have heard of it. It's an additional add-on that provides accountability, and it shows if you've ever disabled other add-ons, or if you've ever traded your lifetime auctions. Like, there's a lot of character data that's stored in this auto bibliographer, and it shows like a percentage uptime as well, you know, if you've ever disabled it or something. So that, in tandem with the hardcore add-on, is going to give quite comprehensive accountability of all the people playing in the World Tour. So you download that, you level at your own pace, then you show up. The first dungeon circuit's in 2 weeks, I believe. And it's going to be Dead Mines, WC, SFK, Wailing Caverns. You show up with your team, 2 weeks, dungeon circuit 1. Get as twinked out as you can, max level 22.5. And you go about it however you want. The pathing is included with giving points. So wherever you start, wherever you set your Hearthstone, how your team moves, if you want to get buffs, if you want to sacrifice a little bit of speed to go get your Crescent Staffs, and you try to speedrun through all the dungeons in the circuit. Then after the circuit's over, you know, it's scored and you get points added to your team. And then you just go back to leveling. And you level up and get ready for Circuit 2, which is probably in another 2 weeks. The actual like timings of the leveling is not very aggressive too. It's pretty chill. I mean, getting to 60 in 11 weeks is a piece of cake.
Be busy. Leave me alone. Okay.
What about the WoW buff that existed to prove you haven't died? That's on Season of Mastery. That's not in Era. Soul of Iron. Our community, the hardcore community, has very mixed feelings about that buff. On one hand, it was really awesome that Blizzard was throwing us a bone, trying to help us out with the event and listening to the community and all that, but it ended up hurting us in a way as well. Because, you know, people didn't want to play with people if they didn't have the buff. It spawned all this discussion of what is real hardcore. If you don't have the buff, it's not real hardcore. People kind of lost faith in the appeal system, didn't think it was good. You know, it gave griefers and stuff something tangible that they could latch onto if they killed someone, so... May I ask why you do not stream consistently anymore? Anybody a mom or a dad in here? Anywhere the mom and dad's at? For any of you guys who have like a, you know, a young baby or like an infant or whatever, I only have one child, right? I have a daughter. She's 1.5 years, but those guys know. It's just tough, man. It's hard to do anything for a long period of time. You always have to just run away. Like, I can still play games. I can still do what I want, but it's tough to do it for a long stretch of time in a row, you know? Like, My wife works from home as well. And, you know, she's not like a stay-at-home mom or anything like that, where she can just focus on the baby. She has a career of her own, so it's tough, man. Like, we have to kind of take turns with things, take shifts. I don't have a ton of family near where I live as well, so it's not like I can always call family over. Like, you know, Grace has his whole family in Texas. So it's that's a piece of it. And then two, I feel like when I'm streaming sometimes that I'm letting my colleagues down. You know, like I started Rest at XP alongside Tactics and Tommy and Brandong and Zarant. Blah blah blah. But you know, we have meetings throughout the day and stuff. So if you're sitting there streaming and people are in meetings, it doesn't feel very good. And that's why I can only stream for about 4 hours now, because I'm gonna have to jump in and go do normal meetings. Are you training your child for hardcore? Yeah, I have mixed feelings, man, as far as like introducing gaming to my kid. Obviously, I have a ton of passion for gaming. It's been a huge part of my life. One of the biggest parts of my life. I can't say it's super healthy though. I mean, there's good and bad to it. But there's a lot of weirdos with gaming too. A lot of good people. A lot of people latch to gaming because they're... Yeah, it's just all walks of life. Like gaming is like super mainstream now, which is really cool. I envy some of the young people today who are like going through school, middle school, high school. Just way more normalized.
Fresh meat.
Yo, always tired.
Ain't not that kind
That
of
is a
boy.
name I can relate with, brother. Thank you for the 1 month, man. Appreciate it, man. How's Rest of XP doing? Oh, doing great, man. Doing great. We're doing great. We have a lot of other things we're working on. We're working on a Dark and Darker site. We did this tournament for Dark and Darker a few weeks ago. There's a lot of other projects we're trying as well. And this year, that's the thing I really enjoy about it. Like, to me, it's almost... It is my dream job, man, the Rest of XP stuff, because you take a lot of your buddies that you played WoW with for the last years, people you got along with, and now you're all together trying to run a company, think of ways to... Yeah, I really like the team, and I love the entrepreneurship side of it, and it's really great, man. We're definitely not too big to fail or anything, but we're in a good spot. You ever think about raiding in hardcore anymore? Or just making some good progress on Blood Cell? Yeah, I heard about that, man. I heard that they're picking up a lot of steam. Love to see it. Yeah, I'm actually raiding on Era right now. I'm raiding on Mancrit Cluster with my Psalm guild. I'm having a blast doing it. We just did AQ48 yesterday. Doing MCBWO. Era is super fun, man. Like, trust me, I'd love a fresh, but I'm not down bad for a fresh. I am not down bad for a fresh at all. Ton of stuff to do on the hardcore front, and I'm having a blast in Era. So yeah, fresh would be dope. Psalm 2 would be dope. Hardcore servers would be dope. But am I down bad needing that? Not really, man. I'm having a good time. Lost a main tank last night on Horde or HC Elite. Yo, Kargoz, thanks for this hardcore thing. I hope Blizzard pays you guys. Get on that Bobby's payroll. Yeah, no, Blizzard's been... It's crazy, man. On a lot of fronts, Blizzard is doing a lot better in IMO. Like how they're dealing with it. Influencers or streamers, whatever you want to call them, I don't know. Content creators, whatever. How they're dealing with that and like trying to collaborate with them more. do more community events. You know, they hired Platinum WoW for some stuff, Willie for some stuff. They're just talking a lot more. They're way more receptive, communicative. Way better. So much better on that front. Compared to how it was circa 2019 Classic. Dude, the whole vibe is so much better. But the one thing that I do think that they are severely kind of trolling with, if I'm going to keep it a buck, is moderation of their game. Not just hardcore. I'm talking about Wrath too. Like, I just wake up to YouTube videos every day. Oh, there's like 47 million bots everywhere. There's PvP bots, farming bots, no clipping through the wall. And I want to be a bloomer as much as I can about that stuff, man. Trust me, I really don't want to be a doomer. Like, I'd like to think about, you know, I was talking to Grace about this the other day. What's healthy? So you get stimuli as you live your life. You get exposure to lots of different pieces of news and events and things happen in your life. What's a healthy balance of positivity to negativity? Like, in my mind, I actually do think I'm too much of a bloomer. Like, I try to brush off bad news as much as possible. I always try to, like, spin it in a positive light, almost to a fault. I'm like an 80-20 bloomer type of guy. But conversely, if you're like an 80-20 doomer type of guy, where, like, stuff that you're exposed to, if you immediately find the negative in it, or immediately try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really bad as well. And I do think, like, some people can work on that a bit. If that's you, I mean, I'm not trying to call you out or anything, but, you know, I think it's unhealthy to think about everything like 80% negative, 20% positive. It should be like, I don't know, 60-40 or something. At least.
What can I help you with? May your blades never dull.
Speak, friend. Loktar.
If you are always only positive, then you'll never realize mistakes. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Yeah, you can definitely be too much of a bloomer. I agree.
Go for.
And for me, how it affects me being kind of like a bloomer a lot of the time is, my wife tells me all the time too, like, yo, you need to take things, like, you know, baby gets sick or something, right? And I'm like, she'll be fine, you know, she'll be alright, like, she's doing good. And my wife's always like super giga worried all the time, or, you know, and that sometimes can be frustrating for people. Like, you know, stop brushing things off, you know, and try to be more like realistic about things. Or
Magra. What do you need? Be safe.
yo, Tom Biology with 2 subs, man, gifted. Thank you very much, bro. Appreciate it. I think a 75-25 neg is pretty healthy. No one can look at everything positive, but there's always learning experiences and a lot of negatives. Yeah, but yeah. Hell yeah. I just feel like people should strive to be bloomers, right? Like, that's the good side of the force, bro. Kind of bad to relish in being a doomer. Try to find the good in a situation, right? If you don't like Blizzard, if you don't like the servers, if you don't like a lot of things, that's all good and fine. But you can adapt and find a way to have fun. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you go to a restaurant. Some people just get outraged. They don't like the food. They make a big scene out of it. You know, they ask for a refund. Or other people, you know, you just make the best of it. Just don't go back there again. Enjoy what you can. Basically that's it. Make the best out of the situation. But if no one ever talks about the negative, it gets ignored. Exactly. I agree too. You just need both, man. And that's some of my shortcomings. A lot of times, because I can be such a bloomer sometimes, I'll ignore the negatives, like brush it off, or pay a little mind to them when it's important to address certain things. So I like to play HC, but I'm too cheap to allow myself the monthly sub. Aw, come on, bro. There's so much. You get a lot of value out of your $15, man, if you think about all the hours you play. Yeah. Personally, I think if WoW would get more negative feedback, they would improve their game. I don't know. I would probably disagree with you on that, though, bro. I actually feel like oftentimes the WoW crowd can be like kind of insatiable with their feedback. So many people that want different things, and it's like, Most of the time it's just negative shit. Wow, a rare morning stream. What's up, Chasing? Yeah, man. World Tour starts today. I'm excited, bro. It's me, Grays, Bobka, Tactics, Dustbone, Lesmos. Going for a horde kind of melee-ish cleave. Gonna be a fun time. I think professions, I'm going NG. I think I'm going NG mining, of course. I think it's in the rules in hardcore that you can't profession swap, which I kind of like. It really reduces a lot of the sweat. It protects the players from themselves. That first Makara they didn't limit profession swapping, so holy shit, that was brutal. Doing a whole world tour of professions. Never again, man. Never again. But I think they changed it in the last one that you couldn't do that anymore. You guys on EU? Yeah, we're on EU. Oh, I need to get this medallion tag, bro. Just realized I need to get this medallion tag so bad. Oh, he's dead? Oh. Oh my god, this is not what you want to say, dude. We're up against a rogue 2 level 5. He doesn't have gouge though. Gouge is at 6, which is his best tagging tool. But honestly, just a good old-fashioned right click is gonna have to do the job. It's probably gonna, okay, they're off the ledge. It's my best tagging option, just to right click him. Come on, buddy. Which class are you most proficient with? I don't know, dude. It's either Hunter or Lock. I'd like to think they're probably about the same. I feel like super comfortable and feel like I know every ability and every rank and everything on both. You're swapping against the rules? Oh, for the World Tour. You're probably just talking about hardcore. In hardcore, there's nothing. But in the World Tour, I think it's, yeah. You have to pick 2. Oh my god, bro. You fucking hate to see that, dude. Shaman. Shaman or Shock. Too good. Damn. EU is popping off. Starter cave looks like a real fresh. Yeah, I'd like to do this quest. Even if it means we have to grieve ourselves a little bit and stick around. Because I think it gives a potion, right? Would like that potion. Barons is super populated as well. Let's see if I can even shoot this guy from up here. Yeah, he's evading. Yeah, I should probably kill this stuff though. Something I can do at least. Yeah, this is not bad. Getting a little hyper spawn action down here. Hey Kargoz, what happens if a member of the team dies into the next dungeon circuit? If the team loses or they keep going as 4? You can re-level if you want, but teams also sign up as 6. So you have a backup in case somebody dies. But if you re-level, you can't do the dungeons again. How does the backup keep up? Oh, he's just leveling alongside. It's a 6 person, so like our backup is Lesmos. He's going to be leveling at the same time as well. Is this event described on the hardcore Discord? Yeah, I think so. And there's also an All-Stars Discord as well. Should probably link to that, eh? I can get you guys a link in case you want to join. Almost 2K people in there. I am confused then. What is the level? What level does the dungeon thing start? So we have 2 weeks to level to 22.5. Get his geared, his twinked, whatever you can before then. Then on whatever day the circuit 1 is, whole team's 22.5. You have to race through, 4 or 5 dungeons or whatever it is, fast as you can. It includes pathing. The time includes pathing from one dungeon to the next, so you can build the car in a couple different ways, and you just have to execute the dungeon circuit as fast and with as much finesse as you can. Damn, there's a lot of people online watching on Twitch. What's up, guys? Love the streams, man. Thank you for creating such a cool community and game mode for us all. Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate that. Nice of you to say. Yeah, hardcore has really been such a fun passion project for me. I've really enjoyed every second of it. Oh, please get it! Oh my God, my fucking kidneys hurt. The Virgin Hunter versus the Giga Chad Shaman with Earth Shock versus the Virgin Hunter with Serpent Sting. You hate to see it, man. Let me do a little stopwatch. Yo, thanks for all the fresh meats, guys. Troll Hunter's kind of a vibe, though. I love the troll animations. You know what I love most about Troll? The raptors. The very first character I ever saw in WoW. Ever? I've probably told you this, right? How I first got into WoW. I'm sure you guys remember exactly where you were in the world, right? When you first saw WoW. For me, I was like 13 or something, right? And I was over at a family dinner with like a church. My family, one of my family's like church friends. And there was a kid named Simus who's way older than me, right? Probably wanted nothing to do with me. But you're kind of like forced to hang out with the other kids a little bit because the parents are doing their thing. And I see him, and he's playing WoW. And he's just having the time of his life, and he's like walking through the Barrens on a troll. And I'm just watching over his shoulder, trying not to annoy him, like trying not to ask too many questions. And I'm just watching this, and my mind is blown. I'm just thinking to myself, as soon as I get out of here, I need to make a beeline. I need to make a beeline to the EB Games. Before my logout skip, I wonder which one they want us to do. Except Vanquish. Oh, they want us to do the Razor Hill logout skip. Okay. I'm actually unconvinced that one's not much better, really. Ah, man, I'm kind of unconvinced that one's better, but whatever, I'll just follow the gun. Because you can actually log out skip here, back to just the beginnings of the Valley Trials. Save the hearth. That's okay. Let's follow the gun. But oh man, do I love the orange troll mount. So goated. Have you spoken to Tommy since the event? Tommy, we actually asked him if he wanted to be our shaman. I think Tactics did. Should be good, right? But yeah, I'm not sure if he's. I don't think he's playing. Swift Blue Raptor. Yo, what's up, Malafi? What's HCAS? It's called the Hardcore All-Star League. It's a 11-week league, 10 live events. Half of it is dungeon drafts, which is what you saw on Saturday for Deadmines, and the other half is this, the World Tour. Oh, it didn't work. I hate to see it. I have to angle myself a little differently. Should be good. Is there somewhere I can find the teams that still need people for HCS? Yeah, in the Discord, there's a looking for group. There's a looking for team channel, and a lot of people are having some success there. I think there's like 19 teams at the moment, and you can still sign up. I think you still have a up until the first dungeon draft. Okay, this is just getting awkward. Let's try that. But you have up until the first circuit, which is in 2 weeks, to create a team. So, and there's no rush, man. I mean, you can get to 22.5 in like a day or two. Not a day, probably, unless you're playing all day, but 2 days, 2-3 days. There it is. And all the binds are gone. Yeah, I hate to see it. Okay, and they're back. How to find a group for Noob EU Discord? Yeah, just join the Discord and just have a chat with some people. There's also another dungeon draft going on March 18th, I think. It's going to be back to RFC again. Which I think the RFC is going to be the best one out of the three. I'm curious your guys' thoughts, though. Some of you in the chat probably watched all three. RFC, Race to RFC Hardcore, Race to WC Hardcore, and then Deadmines. Which one's the most appealing to you guys? Like, which ones do you think was the most fun to watch, most fun to play? Grace and I were talking about this a bit on his stream yesterday. He thinks Deadmines is the best, but I don't know. I mean, 6 hours is a long haul for people to level. It's a long haul. Ooh, I don't know if I can kill a 7 right now.
Loktar.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just let it fuck off. But RFC is the most accessible, right? It's only 4 hours. Deadmines is the best, and the best commentary as well. Appreciate that. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that went into trying to make that a smooth thing for everyone. I enjoy it though, man. It's really fun to make those cool art assets, to set up the scenes, to get casters. It's very enjoyable. I'm so glad you guys enjoy it, because if you guys didn't enjoy it, you know, that stuff wouldn't happen really.
Don't be shy.
Fresh meat.
By Arcane Shot and Hunter's Mark,
BC.
and now we need to vendor, and we need to save up like 4 silver to get the bow. So we'll see what kind of money we're working with. Okay. 3 silver, 9. And we need arrows as well.
with honor.
I want to overbuy
What can I do for you?
by like 2.
Farewell.
Yeah, so we probably need a silver to buy the bow. I think it's like 380 if I had to guess. So hopefully we leave the starting zone, kill a scorpion or 2, and we get that beautiful, tantalizing, succulent, dry scorpion eye, the crown jewel of Durotar, like striking oil in the ground. The one silver MSRP that will just bless your run. Ah, this is so gray. If I can get it over to me, I'd like to loot it. What's that vendor for? 6 copper, not bad. 1 copper belt. No, thank you. What pet are you planning to use? It's a really good question. I don't know, my man. I mean, my go-to is the carrion bird, right? But this isn't going to be a normal leveling path. Like, I'm going to be leveling as marks. We're going to be doing like a melee cleave. I could go wolf, bro. Wolf isn't bad. I mean, the Furious Howl is the most minor damage increase possible, but it is something. And, you know, we're going for a melee cleave with Wind Fury, True Shot, or Battle Shout, all that. But the other thing about Furious Howl is that it's really good for like getting threat onto your pet, you know, for all the tribute runners, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, you could do that for the lower level dungeons. Like, there could be some situations where they're like, yo, we need you to kite these 2 mobs away
What you want?
and handle these 2 mobs, you know, and you go pull with your pet, and then you Furious Howl the group with your pet as your pet's running by, and then your pet has like decent threat on those mobs, right? It's not just proximity threat, like it has a little bit more.
Relax.
A little more something, and you can, you know, drag the mobs away really far with the pet.
Later. Okie dokie. See ya later.
So there's some utility with Wolf,
You do it, man.
and Wolf has Bite. I mean, Bite's the best. It's the best focus stomp.
Greetings.
It's better than Claw.
Stay away.
Just more DPS over time. But at the same time, Claw could be, you know, Claw could have a little bit of an edge as well, because the mobs are dying so fast. So, you know, stuff isn't staying alive long enough potentially for you to get 2-3 bites off.
How you
And if you can just dump all your rage with, or dump all your focus with a Claw. What is it, 285? Oh my god, we just made it.
talk to me?
That's beautiful.
Spirits be with you.
That is beautiful. That is a beautiful thing. 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't even. Sorry, my binds got fucked up. There we go. Hardcore World Tour, I gotta get better at my elevator pitch on this. A lot of new people joining. You can still play. It's an 11-week long league. You sign up with a team of 5 or 6. You compete in 4 riveting dungeon circuits. There's a grand finale with like LBRS, Golo. No, it's Strat Undead. Strat Undead, LBRS, BRD, Dire Maul. It's dungeon speedruns, but in between you're just leveling, playing hardcore with your team. Yo, Grizzly. Apparently a team from Grizzly is playing. It's pretty cool. I thought that guild was toast. There's also there's one team of like Mythic Andes from retail. I think they're going to come up and clean up shop with all the WoW Classic boomers. That'll be fun to watch. Where is that? On the same server, or is it a new one? Yeah, it's the same server. It's on Bloodsail and Hydrax, yeah. When you die in hardcore, does your character get deleted? Yeah, you delete your character. It's still not like officially implemented in the game, but we're all hoping that someday they do it. And the community's been growing, and it's looking good, man. Yep. Yo, what's up, Nom Nom? Good morning, man. What time is that first dungeon for the World Tour? It's in 2 weeks. Dungeon Circuit 1. Yeah, you can still register, Zarget. For sure, man. You still got 2 weeks. You could technically register in like a week and a half, and then last minute just level up to 22 in the last couple days before the circuit and just play. 5K prize pool. Not bad. Hold up, I'm a big ambience enjoyer, but for me that's a little bit loud. VC was impressive. I like VC and RFC. Hell yeah, the RFC one's going to be really fun. I think Grays is hosting the next dungeon draft. I'm hoping he can get pretty nerdy with it. Try to highlight the riveting Rage Fire Chasm lore. Try to bring the dungeon to life. Yeah. You still find leveling enjoyable? Oh yeah, for sure, man. Just being out in the world here in the OSD. I mean, it gets boring for me too, man. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm raiding on Era right now on Mancrit Cluster and just having an absolute blast. Like recently, I've been more into that than even hardcore. I haven't played much hardcore the past couple weeks. I've just been going through like the Prebis grind, raiding again. Super fun. I just love Vanilla Hunter, man. I think when the next SOM gets announced, I'm gonna do a guide. I don't know if it's a guide even. It's just gonna be a video where I straight up just knowledge dump and explain why I like Hunter and Vanilla, and just show everything you have to look forward to and why you might want to consider playing Hunter and Vanilla. And that's it. Talking about every dimension of the game from start to finish. All the raids, what it's like pulling, what it's like getting gear, what the quality of life is like, how you make gold, how do you slot into dungeon groups, raid groups, how do you slot into GKPs, how does your spec evolve over time, what is it like in PvP, what is it like to rank as a hunter, what is it like to duel as a hunter, what is it like to gank as a hunter, what is your role in Warsong and AB, what's your role in Molten Core, BWL, AQ, NAX, and just straight up knowledge dump everything. And just try to, at the end of the day, not as some kind of like, not even as a guide really, it's just pointing out what I really enjoy about Hunter. Because a lot of people think it's the weakest class in vanilla. This doesn't scale very well in people's eyes, but hold on, give me 1 second. Back in 20 seconds. I'll be back in, 20 seconds. Yeah. Sorry if I sound like shit, by the way, boys. I've been feeling like shit past couple days. The baby came down with something at the daycare. You know how it is. Then it gets everybody sick. It's not COVID. We tested for it and stuff like that. And I feel like better, but you know, sometimes it takes a while for your body to catch up. Man, I can't wait to feel better again. Being sick sucks, man. But yeah, I just, I mean, I can talk about it a little bit. Because some of you in the chat right now might, you know, if I asked you, well, let me ask you. If Psalm 2, or let's say if there's a classic re-release, came out again next week, what class are you playing as your main? I know you'll play it probably a lot and have alts and stuff, but what would you want to do as your main class? And the cool thing is there's not one right answer. Like, I do believe that in vanilla, the classes are in a good spot. And I know, for some reason, man, that is the hottest take to you guys. Every time I say that on a video and I say the classes are in a good spot in 112, it's the #1 piece of feedback I get. Like, bro, I agree with what you're saying about vanilla. I got the passion for vanilla, but to say the classes are in a good spot in vanilla, you're out of your mind. That's what people say to me. And I get it. They're not like entirely wrong. There's literally just so many different takes on this, but we can talk about that too. Like, you can choose a class right now that you think is in a bad spot in vanilla. And as somebody who's played this game way too much, I can give you my take, my POV on why that class actually is in a better spot than you think in vanilla. We can play that game too. That's kind of content right there. Yo, Zolvin with the Prime. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Let's see. Pally, Sham, Hunt. Hunter is my comfort pick, but if there's enough time, I would like to level alts after Hunter. Warrior, Hunter, Rogue, or Biss. Yeah, the melee. I'll give you my take on it. Like, just where my head's at with regard to what I would pick. I would want to pick. Hold on. Yeah, if Classic was to re-release next week, what I would pick, what will be going through my mind would be I'm either going Warrior or I'm going Hunter. And the thing is, when you level Warrior second, because some people do that, you already it's just different, man. Like it feels like you've missed a lot. You feel behind, like you're gonna be gearing up your Warrior. Like, the thing is, people have already gotten line as far as like the Warrior core of who's getting what loot. Like, by the time if you level Warrior second, I do believe you're already like pretty far behind in terms of like the loot hierarchy, and people are not going to want to let you main swap, right? That's always going to cause drama unless you go in there specifically like, I'm going to start as Hunter, but I just want to let you guys all know I'm swapping Warrior at some point. You know, you're missing a few weeks of ranking, so you're not really a Gen 1 ranker. I do think it's a very important decision. Whether you make that decision in your mind, whether I'm going brown class or I'm going something else, you know? And if you go brown class, you go all in. You go brown class, you're ranking 14, bro. You're ranking 14, or you're going at least like 12 or something, right? Like, it's too good not to. You're kind of just trolling yourself not to. It's like, the other way to go, it's very tough to play Warrior casually. You can do it, some people do it, and like you can just get ZG swords or something that'll catch up, but it's really tough to play warrior casually. And when you're part of a warrior core and you're all competing for onslaught girdles and all that loot, it is the opposite of chill. It is actually as savage as the loot drama will ever get in your WoW career. Everybody is at each other's throats with regard to damage, overall performance, who's getting brute blades, who's getting viscags, who's getting pearl shirocks, who's getting like warriors are down bad trying to get daggers even at that time. Like, yo, Gillo Rat, thank you very much for the tier 1. Having fun? Oh yeah, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Like, but warrior is also the Giga Chad class of vanilla. Like, you are the varsity athlete. You can tank, you can DPS. Like, if you get final form with it, you literally just stay as Fury, Impale Spec, and you can tank shit. Once you get your rank gear, you're an unstoppable monolith, and it's super fun. I'm really glad I got that experience in SOM, going through that. But here's the thing. Hunter is the sleeper pick for so many reasons. Hunter, to start from scratch, to start from the basics. I might even turn this into a video or something. Just clip a lot of this random stuff that I'm saying. To start from basics, Hunter, you have a very chill and smooth and the fastest leveling experience possible. Yes or no? We can all agree on that, right? Fast, smooth leveling experience. You have tons of gold. Not that gear dependent. If you're playing on a PvP server, you're going to do fantastic. You're going to do fantastic. You're going to farm on a PvP server. So strong. If you go Dwarf Hunter on a PvP server, holy shit. Those first couple weeks, oh, buddy, you're going to be bricked up the whole time. You know how hard you farm as a Dwarf Hunter in World PvP? You know how much rogues hate you? No, okay, I'll tell you one thing, bro. I'll be honest with you, though, about Locke. I don't think I'm ever maining Locke in vanilla again. I'll play Locke in, like, in hardcore or something like, but to main it on an actual server, I don't think I'll ever do it again. And I'll talk about that, like, as a separate thing. But I want to focus on Hunter right now. So, don't tell people go about the Hunter secrets. Let them go warrior. Yeah, so we're starting from scratch, right? By the way, if there's fresh era server, if there's fresh classic server, what are you guys playing? Are you playing PvP or are you playing PvE? Let's hear it. PvP, I want you to, don't just type it instantly. I want you to take at least 5 to 10 seconds to dial yourself back in and actually think about it for a second, okay? As I know so many of you are going to type PvP, then when you think about it for a second, and you realize you're an old-ass fucking relic, and then you, like, and you have to think about the end game, I don't know, bro. PvP on Fresh is phenomenal. I agree with you. Like, on the first couple weeks of it, where everybody's, like, leveling up organically, the gear level's low, the skirmishes, so fun, 100%. But what I encourage you guys to think of, I want you to think, like, 2-3 months into it. I want you to think 2 months into a PvP server. Okay? Can you visualize it with me? Who played Jam Gabar here? Who played Jam? Where my Jam Gabar's at? Dude, you want to rank on Jam Gabar? That's what you want to do? With bracket breakers everywhere, 1.2 million honor caps, and people gatekeeping the brackets like crazy. You got to swipe your card to get in B1? That's what you want to do? I don't know, bro. Kind of CBA with that. You go PvE server, you can run a tighter bracket, be less breakers. You can get your gear a little more chill. People aren't fucking with you and you're trying to get your buffs. I agree. In the honeymoon phase of a server, on a PvP server, that shit is so fun. 100%. But fast forward a couple months. Think about it. Think about it, bro. Yeah, but imagine if they just changed the ranking system and just threw it away. That's a hypothetical, though. We don't know how they would change it, though, right? They changed it in SOM a bit, and they made it a bit more accessible, which I thought was awesome. Man just called me an old-ass relic. Really lost me here with the PvE pitch. You're saying now you want to play PvE? Well, okay. Or it still is not doing it for you. You still want to play PvP. That's all I'm saying. If you roll on a PvE realm, it'll be less fun during the honeymoon phase, for sure. Everybody leveling up in STV, blah, 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 blah. You can't fight each other. It'll be way more fun on a PvP server. But when it comes to actually ranking, I think it's going to be a lot harder to rank. There's going to be a lot more breakers. And your day-to-day life, once you're kind of finally do get to final form raid logging, and you're, you know, have characters you're running, and you're just trying to get buffs and go about your business, and people stop basically world PvPing en masse, it ends up being just like little pockets of like people who are weirdly into that. Like when the server is mature, I don't know, bro. For me, I think I would actually lean towards PvE. I would probably play on a PvP server on the side for fun though, and just do like low level world PvP. I might do something like that. But let me go back to the basics with Hunter too. Yo, we got a sub. Yo, Max Loud with the tier 1. Thank you very much, bro. 3 months. Appreciate it, brother. Alright, so let's go back to Hunters here. So you want to play Hunter, or you're thinking about playing Hunter in vanilla. Leveling experience is awesome. If you're playing on a PvP realm, you're going to absolutely farm. You're going to be one of the first people at 60. And what are you going to do? How do you take advantage of that? Yo, Jungle Ras HC. Thank you so much. So many subs, so much support today. You absolutely love to see it. Thank you, brother. That is awesome. I appreciate it. Let me check in with the YouTube folks too. I haven't seen the chat in a little bit. Yo, I'm gonna be really shameless for 2 seconds. We're about 800 subs away on YouTube from 100K. So if you are on Twitch and you have 2 seconds, I would appreciate it. You guys got me starting to believe again.
What do you need?
Monkey. Yeah, we could train Monkey now.
Strength. Blood and thunder.
But yeah, if you're rolling a Hunter on a fresh PvP server or PvE server, if you're going to level a Hunter with the ultimate finesse, take full advantage of the class, the timings, the meta, what do you do? For me, man, if I'm going Hunter on fresh, you know what professions I'm going? To start? You know what professions I'm going, boys? It depends if Dire Maul is out as well. I don't think Dire Maul is out on the next... I don't know. It was out on SOM though, wasn't it? On launch. Is Dire Maul out on... Okay, so SOM had 0.5 out on launch, correct? And it had Dire Maul out on launch, right? If that's the case, my professions might be NG and probably like enchanting or something. And what I would do is I would just go right into tribute, start D'ing all that shit from tribute, blowing open the door with the C4 in charge, all that, right? And I would just go Dire Maul, become Dire Maul Andy at the start. But if there's no Dire Maul, I'm going Skinning Herb to start, and I'm getting tons of Devil Sword. I'm getting out there, getting there early, getting tons of Devil Sword, getting Lotus, Silver Sage, all the stuff, and I'm just gonna stockpile them. I'm gonna create like 5 bank alts, you know, Kargoz herbs, Kargoz ore, whatever, and just start stocking up on all that stuff. Devil Sword Mafia.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, but in a meta where there's 0.5 out,
Blades never dull.
in a meta where there's Dire Maul out, the Devil Sword is nerfed a bit, because people will get 0.5 on a fresh. Even though it's a lot of gold, people will do that.
What are you looking for?
But anyway, let me try to move on to the next thing. So
Strength and honor.
the thing about Hunter and why it's so chill is you're important in the raid, right? On one hand, you buff the warriors, and any class that can buff the warriors, they're gonna want you there.
What are you looking for?
The melee meat grinder is gonna want you with them.
Farewell.
So you're giving them that true shot that they all want. You're pulling, and you actually are contributing pretty meaningfully to like the ebb and flow of the raid and creating like a good fast-paced environment.
Loktar.
There's not really any loot drama.
Speak, friend.
You just coordinate with the hunters who's going what set. The weapons are super chill, right? Everybody's gonna get their Rockdalar after a couple weeks. The thing is too about the Prebis grind for Hunter, you can take care of yourself so much as a Hunter, it's unbelievable. You can solo get SGC by yourself. There's a couple different ways to do it too. You can kite them on that like ledge up at the top floor of BRD, you know, like I know Ellie Shamans and other range classes do it that way. Or you can just stand up on that like weird little gate in the arena itself, you know, and just go back and forth with your pet. You can solo farm SGC. You can go into Dire Maul, get both Tarnished Elven Rings, Barbarous Blade, legs, and chest. And you get your book. You do enough Dire Maul runs, you'll get your Hunter book as well. You're getting like 6 pieces of gear from Dire Maul as like a baseline. Plus you can solo farm your SGC if you want. You can go in and get the wolf that you need to do tribute and stuff by yourself. You can solo that in LBRS. What else? You can solo get your crescent key as a hunter. Phase 1 hunters do very good DPS. And that's another thing too. I was talking to Grays about this yesterday. Hunters do pump. They do a lot of damage in early. And the thing is, you never lose world buffs. And I do think that's a big factor. Like, if everybody's playing perfect and no one's dying, then, you know, the warriors are going to be doing a lot more damage. The rogue's going to be doing a lot more damage. I get it. But these warriors will make mistakes, and they'll lose their world buffs. They'll just fuck up and get aggro and lose their world buffs. And you'll never lose your world buffs as a hunter, pretty much. And when they lose the world buffs, your damage is gonna be insane. The perfect class if you have no friends. Pull aggro and ripski. Yeah, I mean, the fact that you can unlock tribute for the boys anytime too, like even on Hero right now. Every time I log on, people are like, yo, you doing tribute? Like, can I come get buffs? You know, I absolutely love Chrono Boon too, man. Chrono Boon is the shit, bro. I can't wait to do whatever the next chapter of vanilla is. I can't wait to do it with Chrono Boon from start to finish, man. Assuming like you can use the buffs in the raid. It's so fun, man. It's like Pokemon, gotta catch them all the buffs, collect them. Get your Sunflower, get everything nice and stored up. You can get it used, you know, I had Dark Moon Fair buff for like 3 weeks. So I was just like tactically booning and unbooning and keeping it. Yo, what's up, Raging? Anybody know where I can watch the race to DM winner yesterday? I think it's a VOD on my channel, right? It's on YouTube as well. Chrono Boons are best. I play in Fire My era. Yeah. So on the raiding side of things, you're always going to be pulling. Pretty much every raid in vanilla. You'll always be pulling. You'll always be important. You're always giving meaningful buffs that people look forward to. You're doing interesting things as well that are high impact. Like, oftentimes the raid leaders will just task you to, like, yo, you know, Mr. Hunter, can you just go take like that entire pack of Giga Elites and just go kite them around forever? Can you just do that real quick so we can do something, you know, we can kill these other mobs? You're the class capable of doing that, right? You can pet pull, which gives you like an extra degree of safety. Like I did AK-40 yesterday, right? Yeah, just the fact that you can pet pull is so nice, man. The loot is not bad, like I said. Getting your starter bow with Rock Dalar. I didn't play Hunter in Classic. How shitty is your regular raid spec for PvP? Oh, that's a great question too. That's another reason why Hunter is dope. Your raid spec is pretty damn good in PvP. And that is not the case for most classes, correct? Like, what's the class that has the worst PvP spec when you're in raid spec? Is it Rogue? Like, Combat Swords Rogue? Might be them. Could be... could be Warlock. I don't know, Warlock's... It depends, man. Actually, no. I mean, if you're SM Ruin or something, it's fine for PvP. It's actually good. Mage is terrible. True, yeah, Mage is pretty bad. But Mage is also kind of just broken in general, right? You just poly run away. Combat Rogue is okay, man, but Druid is legit. Just respec every raid. I don't know, though, is it? I'm kind of thinking about this now. Maybe the classes aren't that bad in PvP. Like, you're a Druid. Like, sure, your spec is kind of shit, but how are you going to kill a Druid? Especially a Resto Druid. You just fucking run away, man. What can you do? How do you kill a Druid? You need serious lockdown to kill a Druid. I mean, a lot of the best world PvP specs are like Resto hybrid specs for Druid. You know? Or if they're like a Flag Runner Druid, you're kind of like more Resto. Yeah, so I think druid's actually okay. Feral is actually a worse spec in PvP than Resto. No cap. You just run out of mana. Cut it around. Like, Resto Druid is just, like, unkillable. They do really well versus mages, too. Yeah, but you don't get the good talents for flag running? Yeah, true. I'd have to look at the spec, but I mean, you could just fucking, you know, spam travel for him, run away. Yo, Donovan, bro. Thank you, man. That's so kind of you, dude. Donovan's a big hardcore enjoyer. Been seeing you a lot in the Discords, competing and participating in all the recent events, man. Yo, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. That keyboard sounds and the guy sleeping in the background is annoying. Can you hear my daughter sleeping in the background? That's crazy, man. Yeah. Sorry, man. Yeah, I mean, she's sick, so she's a little congested. I actually got everybody sick. I'm wondering maybe there's something I could do about it. I could probably move her to her room. She just fell asleep. Yeah, give me a second. What is that OP spec for World PvP? Yeah, it's probably Moonglow. The OP Druid spec has Moonglow, Insect Swarm, what is it? And I think it has NS, right? Maybe not. Maybe you don't have enough points. Oh, it does have NS? Alright, give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that, I'm back. I like Feral Charge on Druids versus Hunters especially. Yeah, Feral Charge is super useful. Yeah, back to our point though. About what class has the worst spec. The worst rating spec for PvP. I don't know how to explain that. Yeah, your rating spec. My vote might be for Combat Rogue, dude. Combat's kind of doggy in PvP, dude. It'll do. Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. Honestly, who can Combat Rogue beat, man?
Fresh meat.
Just thought I'd stop by and show some love before I fire up my own stream. Oh, hell yeah, Donovan. Thank you so much, bro. That's really kind of you. Destro Lock. Destro Lock kind of squish. Yeah, it depends if it's Alliance or Horde. Combat Rogue with opener AR is crazy. Yeah, I could see that. But most of the time, against a somewhat decent player, like, the Rogue is going to need to get a reset at some point, right? But the thing is, that is a good point, because in reality, you're not always fighting decent players. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you might think it's Warrior. Bro, when I played Warrior in Somme, I did... Holy shit, how did I get the tag? What the fuck? I got the tag? I feel like I did something so dirty right now. Let's leave. Okay, we take those, man. Get the fuck out of here. Leave the crime scene. Oh my god, I feel like I just ninja'd that. How is it even possible? Dude was gray? Leave me alone, dude. You can go up here, right, to reset, I think. Nope, he can follow you. Here we go. Here? There you go. What era server is raiding? There's 2 clusters right now on NA that are very popular. The Mancrick cluster, which, weirdly enough, when I think of Mancrick, I think of a Horde server, right? Alliance on Mancrick is way bigger. And then also White Main PvP cluster. So Mancrick's the PvE cluster and White Main's the PvP cluster. Then in EU, what is it? I think it's Fire Maw cluster, which is PvP, and then there's one other as well. Yeah, you know you can free transfer from Bloodsail to Mancrick, right? They just opened it though, like randomly, like 2 days ago or something. Just out of nowhere. Can I find an explanation on what the World Tour is? Yeah, I'll give you guys a little elevator pitch again. There's probably a good amount of new people here. So the World Tour is an 11-week-long event comprised of 4 dungeon circuits and a grand finale. You register with a team of 5 or 6. You level at your own pace. You show up for the circuits at X, Y, or Z date. And you speed run through the dungeon circuit however you'd like, whatever pathing you would like. You're on the clock. And your score gets parsed against the other teams. Sarth and Jordy, myself, a lot of people are going to be casting these events, producing these events. And it should be fun. It sounds sweaty, but it's actually not, because you have 11 weeks to hit 60. It's really not a short, I mean, not a long, not a short amount of time to level to 60. You have plenty of time to level to 60. You get to play with your buddies. Yeah. If you want to join the Discord, there's all the rules and everything. It's not really so much my brainchild as it is Only's. So if you want to check it out, just join this Discord. There's, there's a white paper in there with all the rules. Oh, you know what's also really cool, guys? They made, you guys know who Thames is? Any Thames knowers? He's a weak aura guy. And like you do the raids, right? And it's like, Thames BWL, like weak aura pack, right? Apparently that's who they got, dude. Yeah, he probably has an older one. Apparently, like, Sarth knows the dude. And they've been working on weak auras for trash requirements for World Tour. Just like you're doing freaking Ulduar right now, or Nax. You know how there's like a minimum amount of trash you need to kill for like the speedrun to count or something in Warcraft logs? There's like minimum trash requirements so people can't skip everything in the dungeons. And the team captains are going to a live log. So we're going to have that data. It's going to be like a budget world first race kind of thing, but for, for dead mines and SFK and stuff. It'll be pretty cool, man, to see Sarth's, that's what Sarth and Jordy, those guys live for that shit, right? Like the race to world first rating and analyzing speedruns and all that. Like they have the exact brain for it, but they're just applying that towards something like the classic dungeons. It's going to be funny. Yo, Kargoz, I was in the DM tournament. Just wanted to say that you guys are doing an amazing job with everything. Big love and keep up the good work. Yo, I'm so glad, man. Thank you so much for that feedback. I appreciate it so much. I really do. I'm so overjoyed that I can make people happy and people have good times, good memories. Nice, some huge brain collaboration. So you level and gear for 11 weeks, then you do runs? No, the runs happen throughout the 11 weeks, So it started today, the leveling portion. Like, I'm not racing, I'm just taking my time, chilling, And then in 2 weeks, Circuit 1 starts. And we show up on a Saturday, and all the teams are racing against each other on that Saturday. Does that make sense? And that's going to be an event, like casted and all that shit. Sarth, Jordy. I'll be playing on it again. Like, my team, just to say it again, my team is Hunter, Marksmanship Hunter, which is myself. Grace for Days on Feral Druid. Bobka on Combat Rogue. Tactics on Fury Warrior. And my buddy Dustbone from Scarum Invictus Days, who's playing in Serenity now, raiding Ulduar, doing all the the big brain raiding shit. He's playing Resto Shaman. And Lesamos is our backup, who's going mage just in case someone dies. So I think we have a pretty decent team. There's also some really great teams as well. Peter's got a team. Peter's in Ompi, Parla. Like I said, there's some Mythic Plus retail Andes who are trying it out. There's a team from Grizzly that signed up together. Should be fun, man. Yo, Almond Butter, thank you, man, for the 16 months of support. I don't know anyone at all. I hope I can find a team. Yeah, there's a channel in that Discord that I linked that has a looking for team finder in there. And honestly, man, even if you don't win, if you can just complete it, if you can complete the world tour and not die, I'm telling you, bro, that is such something to be proud of. Like, that is pure mastery of like vanilla WoW, man. If you can do that, it's the same thing with the Dead Mines race. Anybody here actually clear Dead Mines during the time in the race? Even if you just cleared it at all, who cares if you're a first, second, third, or fourth, or fifth? Like, you cleared Dead Mines like severely under leveled. Like, we had 14s and 15s and stuff clearing Dead Mines. Crazy. Killing 21 elite Van Cleave. 5 teams did it, man. Is it too late? No, you have plenty of time. You have the next 2 weeks to make a team.
Sub for the horde.
My friend said you are a Mr. World of Warcraft him. Damn, like Pitbull, dude. Mr. Worldwide. Just started playing HC, loving it so far. Hell yeah, bro. Welcome to the community, zombie. Can you tell me, please tell me what server you were playing on? I am on Hydraxian Waterlords on EU right now. Hold on. We might be getting close, actually. We might. Oh my god. Yo, guys, can I be shameless one time? Can I be shameless one time and I'll never be shameless? Yo. We are 41 subs away on YouTube from 100K. I've never been this close before in my life. 41 subs. You have to understand, I'm a washed up relic of a YouTuber content creator. Like, I gave up on this shit a long time ago. But somehow, dude, it has gone up for the first fucking time in like years. Holy crap. Just went up by 8. Oh my god, man.
Fresh meat.
40 subs, my GM sub. Let me see. No, I didn't get it yet, but yeah, it's okay. Just keep going.
Fresh meat. Brawlhall
Up on bread.
for the horde.
32 away right now. Wait. Yeah, 32. Go up the stairs here, loot the chest, accept Admiral's orders. Right. You don't engage with YouTube chat, so don't expect to get it. Yeah.
And honor.
No, you're kind of right, dude. I mean, I engage with the YouTube chat way less. And it's not anything against YouTube chat. This is how I justify it in my own mind. It's just like,
For the horde.
it's kind of
Dab.
rough to just to click another tab to see multiple chats every single time I look at chat, you know? It's just like easier for me to just look over and see one chat, so I do try to check in with YouTube occasionally. But I like just having one chat I can look at for the most part.
Fresh meat.
Damn, less than 20 away. Crazy. Go upstairs, loot the chest. See, we did this. Buy enough arrows to fill your quiver with. Okay. And what is we doing? Oh yeah, train. Yo, by the way, where the fuck is my XP bar? Leveling this whole time without it.
Fresh meat.
How's real life? What's up, Vigo? No, real life is good, man.
Sug.
We can talk about real life for a second, then I'll go back to Hunter shilling.
Honor.
Looks like a fantastic event. Good job organizing. Love the casting on the Race to the Deadmines. I am so glad, brother. I really appreciate that. I truly do. Oh, we can pick up NG and mining here too, huh? Since we're taking our time. No speed run or anything. Start tapping some veins.
Go forth to victory. Loktar.
Yeah.
Go forth to victory.
Where's the NG guy at? Blacksmith. Yo, what's up, Tobes?
Sug. Fresh meat.
Oh, here he is, yep.
Help you with? What are you looking for?
Alright, professions acquired. Yeah, real life is good, man. I'm getting a lot more active again. Going to the gym a lot more, pretty much every day. Playing pickleball every day. I joined a league. Meeting a lot of people through that. Things are good, man. We just bought a, or we're in the process of buying a condo back in New York as well. My wife has to travel there a lot for work, so getting a little pied-à-terre or whatever the term is back home, because we're still kind of New Yorkers at heart, even though we've been in Cali for years now.
For the horde.
Daughter's doing well. She's, you know, she's getting super attached to me now. Like, I was just clinging onto my leg and stuff. It's really great. Hoping to have another one soon, somewhat soon. Let's get first aid as well.
Speak, friend. Strength.
And we're not even 8 yet, so we can't train. I should have just grinded a little bit more and gotten 8 on this turn in, so that I could go do the whole Zalazane arc with skills. Do I have encroachment? I did pick up encroachment already. Okay. Yeah, that's what we can do. We'll just do like the first half of encroachment. Thing 8. Train skills. Then we'll go down south. With no name requirements, how do you verify tunes were created after today? So there's 2 add-ons. There's the hardcore add-on. Holy shit, am I running it? If I'm not running it, I have to restart. Oh, thank God. It's EU, so I thought maybe I had it disabled. Okay, hardcore add-on, and then there's another add-on called Autobiographer, which tracks, that also tracks like everything about your character. I don't know how it works. But yeah, those 2. Following since the first. Good morning, Azeroth. Hell yeah. Good morning, Azeroth. Why troll? It's a good question. I mean, Orc can get you killed. The racial doesn't give you RIP as well. Right? Orc racial does not give you RIP. If it does, I'm rerolling right now. But I don't think it does. You know, they changed everything in like phase 6 so that Fengus, Ferocity, Jujus, all that shit gives RIP. They never changed that with Orc racial, right? If they did, I'm rerolling right now. But I don't think they did. Where from in New York? I grew up in Westchester County, a suburb of New York City, but then we lived on the Upper East Side in Manhattan for a bunch of years as well. I don't think they did till later. Yeah, I don't think so either. So it's not ranged attack power. And then the stun resist is not that good. It's just overall not as good. Troll, you get a lot of like regen, in combat regen. You have beast damage, which is quite nice. There's like a decent amount of beast that you fight in dungeons. Berserking actually impacts your damage. That's why. And trolls look cool as hell. I'm like a little forest troll. I'm from Buffalo? Hell yeah, dude. Have to be a little bit careful here, though. Can't take two. We're gonna pull a second as well. Do a potion, though. We'll kill this guy and dip. Oh, look at this. What a Chad saving me. Thank you, man. Can't wait for the tryhard perma sub 30% HP to maximize troll ratio for the haste. Yeah. You know what they do, Burning? You actually take your gear off, put it back on, and pop a demonic rune. Like, even warriors do that shit as a troll to get maximum haste from it. Like in a raid. Wait, I forgot what we were talking about. I think we were talking about hunters. I think we were talking about PvP specs. I don't know, dude. Playing hunter and vanilla is just such a vibe. The prebis is fun. It's not that infuriating. The thing about hunter is it's not as competitive as warrior, like I said. So you're just kind of vibing the whole time you're playing hunter. You feel important. Your gear looks cool. You wear your entire set. You're pulling. You're strong in world PvP. Like, even classes that do more damage than you in PvP, like rogues and warriors, you can still fuck them up massively in actual PvP. I'm saying in PvE they do more damage than you, right? You do quite well versus rogues. You do, everybody does well versus warriors. You hold your own, PvP, PvE. It's fun to rank on them. You don't need to go 14 as a hunter as well. You know how big that is? You just go 12. And 12 is where it stops. That's where like the casual ranking falls off a cliff. Even getting 12 is a little bit tricky, but it's not that bad. All you need is 12 and you're done. The rank 14 guns and bows are pretty trash. So you don't need to go 14. The gearing is chill. You wear your full tier sets. Amazing at farming gold. Lots of cool tips and tricks. Unlocking tribute for the boys. Need I say more? I'm trying to think about other stuff too. If I had to pick my favorite thing about Hunter, though, aside from like the flavor of the abilities, like I love Eagle Eye spam and feeling like you can get full on surveillance of the map, but in terms of like practical day-to-day raiding type things, has anybody in the chat raided as both a hunter and as a warrior? Do you feel me on this? Like, when I was raiding as a warrior, it was fun and you're pumping, but I'm telling you, dude, everyone's at each other's throats, and it actually erodes at your experience a little bit. It erodes a little bit. You get a piece of item, you get an item, and you feel guilty about it, bro. Like, I remember I got an onslaught girdle and Som, and people were just like whispering behind their back, bro. Like, why'd you give it to Kargoz? Fucking streamer privilege, dog shit warrior, whatever they were saying. Like Hunter, you never get that. You actually just play and have fun, and it's not that sweaty. You still do pretty solid damage though, like no cap on a stack. And when you do good damage, people get surprised because they think green class is at the bottom. Well, you were a dog shit warrior? Nah, you're trolling, bro. Go look up the parses, bro. Go look up the parses, man. I was like 90, 97 average or something. Median average was like 97 or like 95 or something. Like, I had my weapons, bro. I got my own weapons. Had some Streamo Prime for sure. Yeah, you see, even through the chat right now, people getting butthurt over Onslaught. Onslaught will make you lose some friends, man. Yo, what's up, Fubble? Don't know how you don't get bored of this game? I would actually ask you the opposite question, like, how do you get bored of this game? I genuinely want to know. I think what it is people not necessarily knowing what to do, or maybe they truly have just played it even more than myself. I'm not sure. There's just so much you can do. There it is, level 8. We can go train now and go do the bottom stuff. Are you participating yourself? Yeah, man. I got a horde melee-ish cleave forming. Me, Bobka, Tactics, Grays, Dustbone, Lesmos. Nah, I played with this man. He's tight. Yo, what's up, Zevo? Yeah, dude, we had some good times, bro. Sam was awesome. We'll do it again. Sam 2, right? Run it back. I was talking to Grays the other day, dude. What do you guys think? The stronger race in PvE and the stronger faction in PvE and PvP in Classic. In vanilla, in PvE, which faction is stronger? We'll start with PvE. Roll Horde and Psalm 2. I've come full circle with it, man. There's levels to this shit. Alliance.
Makra.
Horde too damn. I just love Horde too damn much. PvE and PvP Alliance? Nah, bro. I actually think Alliance is the shit. Alliance is so good in PvE. In PvP, though, I do think Horde is better. So it kind of balances out, you know? I think Horde is better in PvP. I do. I think they're favored in Warsong, and Warsong's like the premier PvP in vanilla. Oh, I need to train Hunter skills. I think they're favored in Warsong and AB, actually. And then AV Alliance is favored, but who the fuck cares? But in PvE, oh my god, Alliance is so good. Concussive shots. And we go parry or Raptor Strike? We go parry.
Go for
I don't have money like that. Okay, we're doing gnomish tools now. Let's throw on fine minerals. PV Alliance, Palace, Sal, Blessings, Human, hit for tanks. Yeah, swords and mace racial, too strong. Pally's too strong. Even just the layout of the world. What faction is more conveniently laid out? Like day-to-day life. Going to the mountain, getting over to Dire Maul, getting over to Onyxia, getting over to ZG, getting over to Silithus. Factoring in both, bro. I think Horde is just way more awkward, bro. You think Horde's better? Like his Kargath? I don't know, bro. It felt worse in navigating the world as Horde. Horde has that? Hard was more... Okay, explain to me. So you put Hearth Kargath, right? And that's how you get Mountain. Horde has the bank roof. Can't beat that. Horde is way better except a couple spots. I could be wrong then. Horde is closer to AQ, only thing. Ooh, Dry Scorpion Eye, we got one. Look, 95 copper MSRP. Horde is better questing too? Really? You guys think Horde is more convenient? Horde is more convenient, eh? Thing is, you have to go to the mountains so much. And if you're dependent on having your Hearth up to get there, to get the Kargath... I guess you can just ghetto Hearth there, though. Hey, you guys might be right. I played both, right? Like, multiple times. And it always felt like Alliance was more convenient to me. But I could be wrong. I prefer Horde because I'm used to go from watching hardcore people hard to beat Dark Shore Juice. Yeah, that's the low level stuff though. I'm just talking about at max level. At max level when you're chilling, just doing your raids, going about your business, getting your buffs. What is the more convenient faction? You know? Oh, you know what is nice about Horde, though? I'm not gonna lie, bro. War Chief Blessing. War Chief Blessing. So nice. But you can get it as Alliance as well if you're a wee bit sweaty. Yeah. Horde has faster NOCC access, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Oh, a Nixia chain on Alliance? Yeah, Nixia chain on Alliance is way harder, but I honestly, so I recently went through the process on my character on Mankrik. The Oni chain wasn't as, like, I did it super elegantly this time. I did 1 giga BRD run, or like while I was leveling up, I got the Oni chain started way in advance, right? I got the jailbreak stuff set up way in advance, and I got the boys to come through and help carry me through a BRD, right? And I did 1 giga BRD run. It was like jailbreak run, princess run, MC attunement run, Oni attunement run, all in one. You do it that way, it's not that bad, the Oni chain. Oh god, you just, you know, you just have to start it early, and it gives a lot of XP, and it hits different. You know, if you're level 60 doing the Oni attunement chain, it feels like you're wasting a lot of your time. But if you're actually getting XP from it as well, it's not as painful. You playing on Mankrik era? Yeah, I'm playing on Mankrik era with my Psalm guild. Yo, Zebo, you should come play, dude. The Cleve boys, they're back at it. They made a new guild over there. I'm so jelly, man. They transferred their Psalm characters over to Mankrik, or it's an era. I fucked up. I got baited by Blizzard and transferred them to Wrath. That Oni buff is cracked on hardcore. I leveled in a cave with it yesterday. You know, back in the early days of hardcore, man, we used to think it was the Oni debuff. That's what we called it, because there was a phenomenon. People would get bloodthirsty as soon as they get that buff. They would feel invincible. They'd run in a cave. They'd be two-shotting mobs, having the time of their life. It happened to me. It was the first time I ever got raided by Peo, too. I was leveling a rogue, right? I'm in Westfall. I get Oni buff. I get raided from Peo. Dopamine just hitting my brain. I'm so excited. I run in a cave with the device. I'm two-shotting everything. Everything respawns on me and I die. That buff would get you killed in hardcore. It is strong, though. With the Oni chain, you have to go into BRD, then hearth out and run back in. Exactly. But if you're with the boys and they're helping you clear out, like, they can keep killing trash in BRD as you run out and do that stuff, and then come back to BRD. I'm telling you. Maybe I should play Enhanced Shaman and Classic Psalm. I was talking to Grays about this yesterday. So, here, let me challenge you, chat. Chat. I'm going to play Devil's Advocate here. You guys are going to try to tear apart Vanilla WoW. Okay. First question to you is... Okay, first question is this. Do you think the classes in Vanilla WoW are, like, in need of balancing? And you, like, basically getting to the point that you think the classes need tuning, and that's something you'd be wanting in, like, Psalm 2 or whatever. Like, you think the classes are in bad shape, or not in the best shape. I do believe that is the majority opinion. It's okay to have that opinion. Like we don't have to all be echo chamber. If you feel that way, definitely say something about it. Not the classes, but some specs. Okay, a lot of people do feel that way. I really do believe the majority of people do feel that way. IMO, yes, yeah. There's a few of them. Okay. Which specs in your mind, or which classes in your mind, are bad in Vanilla WoW? Let's start with that. And we'll just have a conversation on it. I'm telling you, man, based on the years of, you know, being a Vanilla WoW Andy, I really feel that that's the, like, kind of the majority or 50-50 opinion, that people think that Vanilla WoW classes and specs need to be tuned a little bit. I do not share this opinion. Alright, let's see what they got. S-Priest is dog ass. What do you guys think? S-Priest is dog ass? Thoughts? Thoughts on S Priest being dog ass? I don't know. I remember there was a time during AQ, I believe, during actual Classic, 2019 Classic, that S Priests in AQ for some reason were actually like pumping and doing and like simming higher than Warlocks and shit. And it was kind of, I was playing Warlock at the time, and that was kind of demoralizing. And I remember in Psalm with the unlimited debuffs and something about whether it was 0.5 or the itemization or whatever, in Psalm, Shadow Priest was kind of pretty fucking good. And remind me again the Shadow Priest utility that it brings. I don't know if they have their mana battery shit yet, right? And oh, with unlimited debuffs they do. Oh no, it's the healing. That's what it is, bro. It's the healing. It's the healing, bro. With unlimited debuffs, you put them in the tank group or the melee group. I'm telling you, it's cracked. It's cracked. It's actually good. I'm not even trolling you. And the shadow weaving, yes, dude. I'm telling you, the healing they put out in Psalm was fucking nuts. Unironically, bro. Was super good. You put them in the melee group and they are blasting. If you add up the sum total of their damage and their healing that they're providing to the group, disgusting value. You wanted a pumper Shadow Priest. Now, with 8 debuff slots, with 16 debuff slots, that means you probably couldn't put up, what is it called, VE or VT, VE, something like that. Maybe you can't put that up. Maybe they are kind of dog water. Bad mana issues. Thing is, bro, the mana issues don't really matter. You know how long the fights are on Era right now? Anybody rating on Classic Era right now? You go into how long does it take before Veil goes down? How long does it take before? Let me see. The longest fight in BWL is probably Neff, right? In BWL, it's still so short. There's no way you're running dude. If you have mana pots, if you have dark runes, like you probably don't even need the dark rune. Like I rate as Hunter, and Hunters do have mana issues. I don't need Distilled Wisdom right now. I don't need to pop dark runes. I don't even need the mana pot. Boss is dead. You don't need you don't need, like, there's not really even any mana issues. Vampiric Embrace. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, bro. I love Vanilla WoW to death, but I do believe that it would be way better for the game if they continue with unlimited debuff slots. Because of interactions like that. Because Shadow Priest actually becomes correct. Because Hunters can now Serpent Sting. Now because, and benefit from spell power consumables and stuff like that. Because Warlocks can actually apply their abilities. Like, it was so nice for everybody. Everybody wins. Everybody wins with unlimited debuff slots. Nobody loses. Everybody's a winner. Yo, Ragnar HCEU. Thank you, man, for the huge raid. I appreciate that. Ragnar, emerging pillar of the hardcore community over on EU. I was watching a stream the other day during the Dead Mines race. Literally looks like the Giga Chad meme. Not even kidding. Thank you very much for the raid, bro. I appreciate it. I'll hit you back. You can play Affliction. But am I wrong? Am I wrong, guys? If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But Shadow Priest on Psalm was insane. Really, really good. Like, you needed one in the raid. Because the healing plus damage value was awesome. And then in Classic, in actual Classic Vanilla, how did they perform overall damage-wise? I swear I'm not making this up. This was not a bad dream. There was a time where Shadow Priests were pumping, and I think it was in AQ. Something changed. Something happened. And then Shadow Priest, let's think about the other dimensions of Shadow Priest. PvP, how are Shadow Priests? Insane, right? One of the best duelers. Shadow Priests are nuts. They're good in BGs. They're good in open world. They are insane. The only thing that kills a Shadow Priest, really, in like a 1v1, to be honest, is a Warlock. Not really great in pre-mades. I don't know though, bro. Like, what pre-made of what? At the end of the day, you know what the most important thing is in Warsong? The most important factor of Warsong Gulch, in my opinion, and I'm not at that like Giga Elite Perplexity level of like, I'm not like a Warsong Gulch Q sitter, but in my humble opinion, most important thing in Warsong Gulch, offensive dispel, bruh. You need offensive dispel, bruh, because it's all about getting that FAP off. You know, and the fact that Horde has, you know, 3x the amount of offensive dispel in Warsaw is so huge. With the shamans just spamming purge and everything is just so giga massive. So like when you're Alliance, you have to like run like 2 priests. So I would fall back to, at the end of the day, you may say that Shadow Priest is not that good in pre-made. They have offensive dispel. And they have defensive dispel. They're correct. They're a priest in Warsong Gulch. You know how in demand you are if you're a priest for Warsong Gulch? They don't care what spec you are, man. Nah, I guess they would if you're like some holy spec or something. But, yeah, so now we talked about Shadow Priest in PvP and PvE. And then obviously, you know, they're amazing healers. So, like let's move on. This is what I'm saying. So, like, Priest is in a great spot in Classic. Amazing class. Shadow, whatever. Let's move on to the next one. What's the next meme spec we can talk about? What's the next meme spec? Okay, boomies. Oh, whew. All right, we gotta think about some copium here. Kargoz sounds like he needs a purity buff. Yeah, bro. I'm sorry, man. I feel okay. I got over this cold, but you know how your body has to catch up a little bit, and like that's where I'm at. It's like physically painful to speak, but we do what we can. Red Paladin Omega Keck. Okay. I think Boomy. Is Boomy the biggest meme spec? We got to think about it, though. We got to think of some copium with Boomy. Boomy's probably the biggest meme spec. More so than Pally. Because you know why? Pally still has baseline insane utility. Paladin, you know, you can still benefit from all the melee consumables, all the spell power consumables. You still have great utility with lay on hands. You still have Pally buffs, right? You can still throw salve on people. It's probably Boomy. So let me think of the Boomy copium. Boomy. I don't know much about Boomies. I'm not going to lie. But I'll tell you the best thing about Boomies, in my mind, is when you see one of those weird druid savant Boomy players who just dominate the open world. Boomkin is very, very good open world PvP. I'm not even kidding you. They are so strong. They can use grenades. They can use all the NG stuff because they're in humanoid form. They have Giga Armor. They can cast roots with no pushback. If you fight one of those weird savant Boomies out in the open world who just for some reason they just get off on world PvP, almost nobody can kill them, and they will just dance around you all day and just whittle you down into the dirt. 30-0-21 doesn't count as Boomkin. I think there's like levels to this shit, right? Like the actual Omega Abyss open world PvP spec for Druid doesn't take Moonkin Aura, but there is a variant of it where you can take Moonkin Aura, and it's not like breaking the spec or anything. Like it's still good. So I think that's like the thing you latch onto most as Boomkin is open world PvP. And I don't know. I don't really know any Boomkin pumpers in PvE. I don't know how the class does in a raid environment. I really have no idea. I don't think they're going to have mana issues, though. I'll tell you that. If a fight's if your Lucifron fights 20 seconds long, you think that motherfucker's going to run out of mana? No shot. Answer is you take an actual DPS. Umkin? Yeah, you're not running out of mana. I don't think anybody runs out of mana. Let me think though. Moonkin, I feel like there is more to love about Moonkin too. I just don't understand it as well as I do some other stuff. But I would say Feral is not bad in any way. Feral is just an amazing spec. PvE, PvP, dungeon, raid, for so many reasons. $20 Lucy is slow these days, which is nuts. Yeah, I mean, so like the mana capacity, the mana issue thing is just not even a factor. It's the longest fight in MC. Probably Ragnaros. You might have to pop one mana pot, maybe. Yo, somebody link me a good Boomkin log from vanilla. Anybody have one that do you remember back in the day? Somebody impressed you or something? Go to Warcraft logs, check it out. Let me see what they got. I'm sure you could find some decent ones. 600-700 DPS. What does the aura do again too? Is it 3 crit, 5 crit? In Wrath they changed it. It's kind of freaking me out. Like, you know, the Feral one is 3 crit in vanilla. It's not 5. I think Apes had a boomy early on. I mean, yo, bro, at the end of the day, they got a battle risk. If you go full boomkin, you can do okay. 3% also for boomy. With a lot of pots and polish your gear. Thing is, I'm telling you, bro, you don't need the pots. I think you go Supreme Power, you don't go Distilled Wisdom, you just... I don't think you're going man. Maybe on Som you would go because they buffed some of the mechanics. But on Era, no way. Feral PvE is boring. Can dual wield burritos IRL? I don't know. Maybe Bear Tank. Bear Tank Feral could be kind of boring. You're just, you know, a mall enjoyer. But Kitty DPS, I think there's a lot to it. People argue that's like one of the most tricky things to play. Because you're having to do the power shifting ordeal, right? And you're just having to manage a bunch of different resources there. Using your pummelers and your potions and all that, you know, printing mana, turning it into energy, and like seeing Gordon play Feral is just so dope. Feral does like really good damage, and the thing is, why you'll always have a spot is you can be a flex tank and you buff the warriors. If you're a Feral, I was telling Grace the other day, you are always in demand because anything that buffs brown class or yellow class in Vanilla WoW, if you can give them a buff, you are in demand. If you can't give them a buff, you're dead. You're dead to them. If you give them True Shot, if you give them Leader of the Pack, even kind if you give them Recklessness, Curse of Wreck, if you're a Warlock. Like, do Warriors care about mages at all? Probably not, right? Like, they're like... We ran Feral OT until next. Win for Totem Abyss, yeah. I'm just saying, like, if you don't have a buff to offer the melee group, you're the lowest rung on the totem pole. Just keeping it a buck. All I care about is shamans. Yeah, that's on the horde side of things. I'm just saying on the alliance. This is the sick nasty hunt PvP spec. Let me see. Let me see this, buddy. Let's see. Can you guys see this? I don't know if I have display capture or game capture. Oh yeah, you can see this. Let me see. Sick nasty PvP spec, eh? Yeah, that's a good one, bro. That's a good one for sure, bro. That is a good one. The thing is, I would go this, though. Let me show you what I would go. It's just like a general good PvP spec. Control plus the zoom. Yeah, good call. For me, bro, general PvP spec. Probably go this. I'd probably go Lesson Parry, go Humanoid Sling. Savage Strikes for sure. Entrapment for sure. I'm going Entrapment all the way. And I'm going 2 Clever Traps. I know you put 1 Clever Traps. If you're going Trap, if you're going to be Trap Andy, you full send, bro. These are so fucking good. They're some of the most powerful talents in the entire game. And these two working together, oh man, I'm getting bricked up just looking at it. Then you go Deterrence for sure. Deterrence is your little bubble, so good. You don't really need this hit though. Chance moving. And with Wing Clip, it's tough, right? You either go all in Wing Clip and you get 5, or you just stay out of it completely, IMO. The health is good. I like the health. Counterattack's good. Underestimated ability. 3 crit here. With these last points, Could go monster slaying, probably wing clip. You could go like 1 point tier too, just to get that occasionally. You got some flex points. But yeah, we're kind of on the same page, bro. To be honest, I love counterattack. I love the trap stuff. Sure-footed helps with frost mages resisting novas. You think it's worth? I don't know if I experimented with it much. I feel like there's better stuff you can get though. A well-placed hunter trap can be nasty in AV. Oh yeah, for sure. Doing AV as a hunter in vanilla, like therapy. Alright, we still need Zalazane's head, 5 voodoo trolls. Man, what were we talking about though? When you were talking about beam specs. So Feral, I was talking about this on Gray's stream yesterday. I do believe Feral being weak or being non-viable, that is outdated knowledge of vanilla. I do believe that. I mean, if you have a devil's advocate point, definitely share it, but I honestly can't even remember the reasoning why people thought Feral was bad. Honest to God. Pre-2019 though, when all the guides are coming out, man, people were hating on Feral. Like you couldn't tank on it. Like you're like I don't even remember what they were saying, to be honest. Feral's just good. What's bad about Feral? Yeah, they do pump with MCPs. If you're a kitty enjoyer, like if you're one of those Gordon Ramsay people just love orange class, like MCPs all day, bank filled with them. Not sure you know how to power shift, know how to off tank when necessary. They require like literally 0 gear. Feral, that's probably the worst thing about playing Feral in vanilla, is there's no gear you even look forward to. What do you even look forward to, man? Like you don't even get any weapons. Weapons are like the most fun thing. Yo, what up, Shobek? Good to see you, bro. If I'm a Feral, what am I looking forward to? I was talking to Grace about this the other day, like Band of Acura, the Malfurion's Bulwark, DFT probably. That's probably the shiniest thing in the candy shop as a Feral. DFT. You know, trinkets and weapons are the most fun. Let's be honest here. Some boots in AQ. I mean, the BWL boots. Nobody wants those, right? The Neff boots, and I think they're BIS or second BIS for Feral, like game. Feral is fine and more viable, but it's just like an inferior warrior in the end. But the thing is, bro, that's not even how you look at it. Because, what did I say before? Inferior warrior, who cares? You think the warrior cares if they're inferior warrior? You know what the warrior cares about? Buffs. If you buff the warrior, if you buff melee, and you're willing to tank stuff, because the warriors don't want to tank, I'm telling you. You have to do one vanilla playthrough as a warrior to see what I mean. When you're a warrior, you give a fuck about nothing but zug. Raid leaders telling you mechanics, you're low-key trying to just ignore that shit. Like, you are just trying to blast. You don't care about anything else. You don't want to tank anything. You don't want to do anything. You just want to press buttons and get buffed. And if somebody is down to go tank for you and do that utility role, and they give you a buff, oh, it's over. You're actually like one of the most in-demand people. If you can give a warrior 3 crit, you know how bricked up a warrior gets thinking about 3 crit? Mongoose is one of the most satisfying potions to pop in the game. It probably is the most satisfying potion, right? You're giving somebody another Mongoose. But I guess the thing is, though, you are, with world buffs, you are crit capped like crazy, right? Hold on, let me think about this. It's not like Som. In Som, you weren't crit. There's no world buffs. So, but you can extend crit cap with more hit. I'm trying to remember exactly how it works. Like, so if you get one more hit past hit cap, do you increase your crit cap by 1% as well? You know? So, let's say it's like you have 9 hit, right? And you add another hit past cap. Your crit cap goes up by 1 as well? Yeah. That's why hit's so good, right? Onslaught, Acuria. Yeah, so it makes sense. You can get value from it. That's so sick, man. I fucking love Vanilla WoW, dude. The hit kit, just all of it, man. Weapon skill, defense, how it works, hit cap, crit cap, like the world buffs. The shit is just so fun. No other version of the game has that though, right? Like that flavor, whatever you want to call it. That weird, like, forbidden knowledge. Like these weird, unintuitive things you have to factor in. You know, pushing buffs off the table. Like, so much to manage, man. Endgame class, my war was over 40 crit. Yeah. I mean, seeing a full bist out Fury Warrior with their little Power Rangers set, it's something of beauty, dude. It is something of beauty. That is the Lamborghini of Vanilla WoW. Little pink booties on, conch shoulders. Conch shoulders are best game, right? Or is there something better? Because that might be just the AQ Power Ranger set. I mean, the PvP gear is insane too, bro. Like, I remember running 2-piece blue set, like shoulder chest or something. Conquest Fury Abyss, yeah. God, the items are just so sick in vanilla, bro. Fucking Lionheart, SGC. They don't make them like they used to, boys. Back in my day, the items. Ah, man. Conquest Fury Probis too. Yeah, so back to the original point. I mean, ferals are just not bad in any capacity. I can't even think of a devil's advocate thing that you could say about feral that would say is bad. It's like the most selfless class. It like buffs other people. It does like the Janny role nobody wants to do. Like, go feral, go pick up that dragon over there. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Yeah. They don't want any gear. They don't take any weapons. They're literally like pre-bis gear is like it's all they need for the whole game. If anything, how do you make ferals stick around, dude? There's like nothing for them. Yeah, what's next? Boomy, Ret Pally. Okay, thoughts on Ret Pally. Thoughts on Ret Pally. Okay, Ret Pally. Ret Pally. Out of the meme specs, Ret Pally probably scales the best, I would imagine. But, because the thing is, you're still using sick weapons. You're still benefiting from the damage synergy that you're building in the raid comp a lot. And you can also double dip and get all the caster consumes too, right? Like, you would use, like, Supreme Power if you're a Ret Pally. But the thing is, in reality, I don't think Ret Pallys do that much. In PvP, nah, dude. In PvP, Ret is so dog shit. I'm so sorry to even say. Like, it's actually giga trash in PvP. They literally win 0 1v1s. I think a warrior fucks them up. I'm not even kidding. Because they're... Ret Pally, I'm trying to be like a bloomer in PvE, because I think they can do okay. But PvP, bro? Straight trash. Literal trash. Seeing a BT1 human pally running at you with full GDKP gear on, just awkwardly swinging at you with like a corrupted Ashbringer on, doing nothing. Like, that's just like such a classic meme. But in PvE, I think he could do okay, right? Like, what's so bad about it? Like, you can use sicko weapons. You're in perfect line with the damage synergy being built up by the raid. You can still put salve on warriors. Like, you still bring the pally buffs. At the end of the day, you have the meats. You have the buffs. That's what the warriors and, like, the real Giga Chad pumper classes, that's what they want. They don't care if you're holy or whatever. They get salve, they get might, they get kings. They want the triple threat of buffs. They get what they need. They're happy. Pally has no DPS, it's just at the bottom. I don't know. Maybe you're right. I just need somebody to link me some dope ret logs. There were some ret enthusiasts, right? Back during Classic. I mean, S-Fan was super into ret. Like, I'm sure he had everything in his guild, right? I'm sure he had, like, every piece and was given full jurisdiction to pump as hard as he wants. You clearly don't know much about ret and vanilla. PvE is real suck-ass. PvP is actually fine with one-shot potential. With the rec bombs, the thing is there was no rec bombs really in Classic. On private servers, you could stack them up. You could store it up and go one-shot somebody. But, like, you couldn't sit proc rec. So it's like, people said you could still do it, but I don't know, bro. You can't really do it. If you're like ranking and just constantly dying and respawning in a BG and... I don't think ret is good at all in PvP. I can't think of a single class that would lose to a ret. And it's the main thing with ret that probably makes them bad in PvP is their lack of mobility. It's just probably really what it comes down to. And like locks have the same lack of mobility, but locks have the ability to keep people in combat, right? Like they can put dots on rogues and make it hard for them to reset. They can fear. They have like really meaningful damage, and they have a pet as well. They have more CC, so it kind of makes up for their lack of mobility. And they have high burst. Like it depends what you are, right? If you're like Destro, or if you're like SM Ruin, or if you're SLSL or whatever, different like win conditions. Pally has a ton of sustain. It has okay damage, but they just have no ability to keep people in the fight, to control people, and they have no mobility themselves. So they're just, you just toy with them like a cat toy. Is it too late to sign up for the World Tour? Where can I do that? No, it's not too late at all. It just started today, so you have like the next 2 weeks to sign up. The first circuit's in like 2 weeks, so you need to be 22 by then. Bro, please, for the love of God, explain what the World Tour is. Absolutely, I will. So the World Tour is a new hardcore event. It's part of this whole new org, or whatever you want to call it, called Hardcore All-Stars. It's 11 weeks long. You sign up with a team of 5 or 6 of your buddies. Horde or Alliance, doesn't matter. And you level up at your own pace. And there's 4 dungeon circuits and a finale. All the event schedule is laid out in the Discord, where it shows when the circuits are and what the circuits are, what dungeons they are. But the TLDR is you level up. You're in a 5 or 6 man team. You all level solo. You get together in 2 weeks. And you speed run through Dungeon Circuit 1, which is Dead Mines, WC, Wailing Caverns, SFK. As soon as they say go, the stopwatch starts, and you just have to go and do it as fast as you can. And your score will be tallied up and parsed against the other teams playing, and then you just keep leveling normally up until Circuit 2. The whole rule set is broken down a lot more in the Discord, but that's like the gist of it. What if I don't have friends to sign up with? You can find people. There's a lot of people looking in the Discord right now. There's also a 5K prize pool. So 1K to everybody on the team, not bad. Bunch of people in Disc in the same boat, yeah. We need the Zalzane tag. Kargoz, can't Blizz just put you guys in charge of a hardcore server next time and pay you some dough for the effort? I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope they just do a hardcore server. That'd be awesome. That would already feel so cool. Who's in your World Tour team? Oh, it's myself. It's Tactics. Tactics Law, the streamer, my good buddy, my colleague. He's gonna be playing Warrior. I'm playing Hunter. Bobka, Mr. Rank 1 PvP Andy, Rogue. Grays on Feral Druid. Grays for days. Then we got Dustbone, my old buddy from Scarum, Invictus Days. He's playing in Serenity right now, raiding Old War like 5-6 times a week. He's on Resto Shaman. And then we got Lesamos, Mr. Ice Block, heard around the world from Road to Rag. The old Gar puller. He's back up on mage. In case someone dies. So y'all win? Nah, I mean we're pretty decent, but dude, I think Ampi and Parla are on the same team. Calyx has a team. There's a Mythic Plus retail team who thinks they think they're gonna win because Classic's so easy. Grizzly made a team. There's 19 teams at the moment, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to go into it thinking we're going to win. I actually think there's going to be some really strong competition. I can see it now. Blizz releases actual HE servers, but there's a bug where you don't actually get Immortal at 60. Tactics is going to get everyone killed. Oh, we missed the tag. It's okay. We're in no rush. We'll time it as soon as he dies, too. What are we thinking here? 5 minutes on Zalazane? Hopefully it's shorter. He's one of the quest mobs. What is World Tour? I'm only going to explain it like every 20 minutes or something just because I'd be explaining it all day. I really should have like a command or something. I just suck at streaming. Command that links to a video and be able to explain it like that. There is a trailer though on my YouTube. Oh shit, let me check the YouTube. Oh my god, yo guys. I'm gonna be shameless one more time. 15, I'm not lying to you, 15 subs away from 100K. If you have it in your heart to throw this washed up relic of a content creator a bone and hit that sub button, that would be sick. We could actually get 100K right now. 15 subs, bro, on YouTube from the 100K. I don't know what's gonna happen. Allegedly, they're gonna send me some plaque or something. I don't know, bro. Right. You mean Winky's pitch didn't work? It actually worked a lot when he was shilling it like crazy. It was like, he got like 200 subs or something. You have it? No way, dude. No way. No way, no way, no way. Let me check, let me check. No way, bro. Oh my god, dude. Is this real life? Dude. That is nuts. Screenshot before it goes down, man. Even if it goes down. We did it for at least a couple seconds. Holy shit, that's awesome. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, guys. Definitely means a lot. Oh, what is that? You know what that noise was? That noise is like is an alert box noise for a YouTube sub. So that was just the audio cue of all you guys actually subbing. That's so sick. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. It's awesome. That's so sick. Kargoz, please don't crush my rat PvP dreams. Oh shit. Pulled to 44%. Should be alright. I don't know. What I'm trying to do instead, man, I'm not trying to crush your rat PvP dreams. What I'm trying to do, man, is make you realize that Paladin is one of the best classes in PvP overall, but you're just playing the wrong spec. Holy Paladin plus X, whatever it is, whether it's Mage or Warlock or Warrior, nobody wants to fight you. You are so strong. You're just a brick wall. So just play that, man. And if you don't want to stream, I mean, if you don't want to play Holy, then I'm just trying to save you some time, to be honest, bro. Because I don't want you to main Red Pally and get subjected to all the memery and get subjected to all the like prejudice or whatever the word is. and then you just don't have a good time, right? And just quit. Like, just play a class that is going to be able to do what you want it to do. What's the most fun class for you guys, though, in PvP, all things considered? Ah, man, I think for me it's Hunter or Warrior. Warrior is so fun. That's the thing. When you go into Warrior, people make you think Warrior is the worst PvP class. And I have really mixed feelings about that. What do you guys think? Is Warrior the worst PvP class? I don't know, bro. It just depends how you think about it, right? Like, in a CDL dueling tournament where you're playing gamers and everybody's all ready to duel, yes, you're the worst class. You will get absolutely farmed into the dirt by absolutely everybody. You won't beat a single other class in the game. But that's not reality, though, right? And you know, like, CDL duel tournament happened one time and never again. In reality, even if you are solo in a BG, you just do so much disgusting levels of damage. It's so satisfying. It's so fun. Two-shotting people, literally two-shotting people on Warrior. And there are a lot of noobs. And there are a lot of undergeared people in reality that I found ranking on a Warrior to be really fun, and you feel like a juggernaut. And I don't know if I've ever even felt stronger, dude. And especially with support. Oh, man. I mean, I did my rank with a BRE since I got kind of lucky and I got one of the first BREs in MC. Because nobody really wants it, right? It's not a good PvE weapon. I actually think I got the second BRE. But, oh my god, it was so fun. So fun. And the thing is, even solo as a Warrior, if you solo queue as a Warrior and you have a ton of FAPs, I'm telling you, man, you're still going to have a great time. Because you just, like, against most classes, you just charge FAP, right? And, like, you're probably just going to kill them. Unless they get a lot of support. Like I said, unless they're a Giga gamer and they have, like, you know, the ability to shut you down, they have a rocket helmet on or something, or... But most just random people in a BG are just not, they just can't deal with you if you just charge into them with a FAP. You're just going to die. Is this the guy who griefs stay safe? No, man, it's not me, I promise. It's kind of crazy, though. So Stay Safe's been making a couple videos on YouTube talking about his hardcore characters getting griefed. And the griefer in the clips, and one of his videos is like 30k views or something, right? The griefer in the clips is Kargoz HC, right? And I do get a lot of shit from that. People somehow think that's me. But like I always said, there's like 5 griefers on the server on Bloodsail that have my name, different variants of it. Griefing people. But yeah, I'm not tripping. I feel like most people figure it out. But there's always a few. How do you even grief? Oh, there's tons of ways, man. These guys are coming up with new ways every day. Just admit your evilness. Yeah, you're right. Low-key wanted to take it out on the hardcore community all these years. So I decided to not change my name. And do it under my actual name. Like a true 5-head. Man, I didn't think I was hyped for this. But I almost couldn't sleep last night thinking about it. I'm in the same boat, Gordon. When Only was pitching it to me, I was like, it seems pretty fun. But now that we're here, we have the team, we were talking strats and professions last night. I'm really excited for it too, man. Who's on your team, if you don't mind me asking, Gordon? Are you on the Ampi team? Admitted you only created hardcore to grief. Yeah. Oh, I missed it again. I think we give up, guys. I think we give up. I think we give up on Zalzane. What do you guys think? The only reason why that sucks, though, is you don't get the faintly glowing skull, which is actually an item used really good for the World Tour. Fuck, dude. Look how many people are here, though. Maybe I come back like non-EU time, peak time. Man, do we give up?
Fresh meat.
We got Zidane, Calyx, Blenderer, Tomathon, and Neff. Oh, you got Zidane playing? That's the only guy who did Tribute on Hardcore, right? That's a pretty sick team. Yo, Evil Angelus with the Prime. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. What a great day. We got 100K on YouTube. Can't thank you guys enough. Zidane is the guy who refused to bring an owl, lol. Yeah, I've come full circle with hunter pets. And, like, what's your all-around pet that you're going to use at 60 as a hunter if you're just playing normal vanilla? Where my head's at right now is I don't even think it's bad to use Wolf. I actually don't. You're not going to be Furious Howl buffing people, but just having a Wolf on you is going to allow you to do Tribute whenever. It uses Bite. Like, Owl only uses Claw, right? And, I don't know. You could use a Cat. Cat would be the best, but the amount of damage you get from pets, maybe it was higher on Som because the fights were longer, but I was looking at it on Era. The amount of damage I'm getting from my pet is just kind of miserable, man. It's so low. I'm a full Cat, Andy. I just use Cat. Yeah, but the thing is, man, if you use Cat, right? No, Cat's good, but how many times do you catch yourself over a Tribute doing it and you forgot to change your pet? Happens to me all the time. Maybe I just suck at the game, but you can use Furious Howl in lots of situations. It's not even just Iron Maul Tribute. Like, you can use it's for, like, soloing SGC, right? You can use it for soloing anything, bro. Like, just the Furious Howl interaction just makes it, like, the controlling the mobs a lot more reliable because, you know, it just buffs you as it's running by. Wolf makes it easier, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Cat's definitely solid for sure. But here's the thing though. Let me show you a spec as well. Yo, Peter, you're still here, right? Yeah. Let me show you this, man. This is what I've been rocking recently. Talents wise on Hunter. Like, obviously you would want to respec like every raid if you have the gold for it, but in reality, like, people don't have that much gold all the time. Like, consumables are expensive if you add up everything that you need. So for me as a hunter, right, we need thorium arrows, which are kind of expensive, man. You have to get you know, dense stone, and dense stone's used for sharpening stones. It's really expensive. For a stack of dense stone on a normal vanilla server, probably like 15 to 20 gold a stack. So you need dense stone, you need thorium bars, and I don't have mining because I'm Alc NG at the moment. So you spend a good amount of money on ammo. You need to get mongoose elixirs. You need to get the jujus, like the ecos, right? You need to get the squid, which is kind of expensive. It's like 20, 25 gold a stack. You need to get some protection potions, maybe. You don't really need them that much on Era, though. Everything dies so fast. We did AQ yesterday. I brought some GNPPs, but didn't really even need them. What else you need? You need scrolls, kind of optional. Scrolls, like, alright. Dark runes, but those are free. Mana pots. I'm not even flasking on Era because everything is dying so fast. You don't need distilled wisdom right now. But my point is, it's kind of expensive, right? So between each raid, ideally you respec to try to get like either monster slaying or humanoid slaying. But you oftentimes just do MC BWL back to back, and it just doesn't feel worth to go spend that much gold to min-max a little bit more. So my point is, I've been just rolling with both of these. So like I'm standard marks like all the way down, but instead of going super hard into BM, which, like, this is the normal BM setup, right? You would go 5 and do endurance training and not even revive pet. Your pet dies kind of a lot, and especially if you're pulling and stuff and you have to pet pull, I think revive pet is the play. You get 2 revive pet, 3 endurance. Because you pet pull a lot, your pet's just constantly dying. You're having to get it up and keep it moving, right? And then you go, like, just 3 points on Leash Fury. And you don't even go down to ferocity at all and get this. And you just roll with triple humanoid slaying, monster slaying. These are the talents that are going to scale with you. And when I do AQ though, I take all this stuff out because there's no mob type in AQ. But like just for like a phase 1, MC, BWL, ZG, you know, those type of stuff. And you go down standard marks. I feel like that's the play, man. Why is Furious how memed on at 60? Can buff your melee party members in a raid. I think it might push off some of the buffs. You know, there's like a buff cap for classes, and it for all intents and purposes it just adds like no damage. The Furious Howl, it's like to 1 auto attack, and I think it only affects like it's just basically like inconsequential. You don't even want to use a training point on it. I think we just gave up on Zalazane, boys. Yeah, this guy's healing too. Yeah, let's just get out of here.
Fresh meat.
Still need the eggs and the furs though. But yeah, how do you feel about that, Peter, if you're still here? Normally people go just pick one of the slayings, right? And they go deeper and try to pick up some crit on pet. But I was also thinking about actually picking up Imp Cheetah. If I'm really going to be the puller Andy, I feel like it would speed things up a bit. Dear Kargoz, do I still have my macros if I deleted the game before? Will I have them if I resub and download the game? I bet you know the answer. You're probably fucked. If you deleted the game, yeah, there's nowhere to store those. I don't know if they store any of your macros server side. It's possible, like with the modern architecture of the game, maybe they do. Yeah, I just went 20-31 with Cat during MCBWO. I don't know, bro. You think so? Not getting the... Because this thing is 3 crit and it's 3 bonus damage. If you go look at how much damage your pet does on Era and not Som, it's kind of pathetic, dude. Macros are account bound. I wish I had it. Macros are saved and binds as well. Oh, that's awesome.
Fresh meat. Fresh meat.
We'll get the egg over here. If Blizzard came out with official hardcore servers but used the harder raids from Som, would you still move to it or stick with the current RP era servers? If Blizzard made an official hardcore server, whatever they decide to do with the raids, people are playing there, man. Yeah. In terms of preference, though, what would we want? What do you guys think? If there was a hardcore server that Blizzard launched, would you want era level difficulty or would you want Som level difficulty? I don't know, man. I think I'd want era difficulty. Make it a little bit more chill. It's already really punishing of a game mode. I'd actually want to maybe have world buffs and just have it era difficulty. Like, I still don't think people are going to really get into Nax, even on era difficulty. The thing is, I didn't make it into Som Nax. They didn't really buff Nax for Som, did they? Som with world buffs? Harder raids? Era, yeah. I think I'd want era too. What is World Tour? I'll explain it in a couple minutes. Just I'll do it periodically to try to keep people in the loop. We've just been explaining it all day. So RFC in an hour or two? Oh no, this is just the start of the leveling portion. So this will be going on for the next 2 weeks. People are still signing up, and then the first circuit is going to be in 2 weeks. Som raids are ass mechanics, no shot for HC. Well, I mean, we did it during Road to Rag on Som. They did MC. They did... Yo, when Hardcore Elite did Oni, that was on Som, right? It wasn't on Era? Pretty sure. I think they did ZG and Oni on Som. They didn't touch ZG though, I don't think. For Som. It still blows my mind that I learned the other day that if a mob ever stands still for 1.5 seconds, I bet you this is gonna blow a lot of people's minds in the chat. If a mob ever stands still for 1.5 seconds, its leash on you resets. I swear to God, I never knew that. And it's why, like, when you get knocked down or something and the mob, you know, it stuns you for a second and it's attacking you, why it feels like it chases you a lot further. Like, even if you don't touch it at all, no ability, no interaction with it, if it stands still for a second and a half, resets the leash. Crazy. No way, yeah, way, bro. I know. It's insane. Including Frost Nova? I think if it stands still in any capacity for like a second and a half, it resets the leash. If someone else roots it, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it should totally, yeah, for sure. I mean, if somebody else roots it, then you're interacting with it with another ability, so the leash should be extended. But I'm saying even if there's no extension, so like this tiger, right? I have a leash. I'm kiting him. He should be dropping soon. If I like stop here, oh, I aggroed 2 now. Oh, I just reset him in the water. If I just stopped for a second, didn't touch him at all, and let him hit me for like a second or two, the leash would renew. Season of Misery? Yeah, I hear that a lot, bro. People have been giving Som shit for so long, but I don't know. Do you guys still feel that way? Do you still really feel Som was a disaster? I don't know. Maybe this is one of those things where maybe I'm too much of a bloomer. I had such a fucking fun time in Som, dude. Road to Rag was sick. Playing Multi-Life was so fun. Being able to hit vanilla again, like, it was great, man. I enjoyed it a lot. Like, yeah, things could always be better. I get it, but we had some great times on Som. I gotta be reminded again, like, why was it Season of Misery again? Why do people hate it so much? If I'm trying to think back to the time when they launched it, I remember people were saying, there is not enough changes to make me come back. That was one of the key pieces, like one of the central pieces of feedback. The ABC is new, it's fresh, it's fun, it's different. And there's not enough there to make me come back. No world buffs. True. That is huge. That is true. That is so true. The no world buffs felt like a decision that was against the grain of vanilla, and in hindsight detracted from Som, right? Would Som have been better with Chrono Boon and world buffs? Fuck yeah, it would have been better with Chrono Boon and world buffs. Hell yeah, dude. I'm telling you, it would have been insane. Maybe people would have been having, like, right now people are like, yeah, I had fun. If there was Chrono Boon and world buffs, it might have been just so fun, dude. Like, complete revival of vanilla, like 100%. But they tried something different, you know? And for what it's worth, that was an interesting way to experience vanilla. We never experienced that before. We got to play vanilla with no world buffs and harder mechanics. It's sort of like to show a little appreciation in that sense, where, yeah, we got to try something different for a bit. And guess what? All those guys you played on Som, now you transfer them to Era, and you're playing on Mancrit Cluster, White Main Cluster. You're taking the dogs off the leash. All those warriors that ranked to 14 in Som and were kind of like not doing the most damage, not pumping that hard because they didn't have world buffs. Guess what? They're on Era right now. The dogs are off the leash. They're blasting. Chrono Boon, they're just final form right now on Era. So it's fine. You know, you got to have your cake and eat it too eventually. The Era servers are popping. You go play on Mancrit Cluster, White Main Cluster. I bet you it's the same on White Main Cluster. On Mancrit, world buffs dropping multiple times a day. Heart, Oni Head, Nef Head. They're cycling them through. There's Discords that are coordinating ranking. Discords coordinating the buffs. Like, you can play the game right now. It's kind of shocking. Like, okay, but Chronoboon is so mid. Like, True Classic is no buff saver. I get that. Like, one of my close buddies, right, who I do respect his opinion a lot, he is a true vanilla enjoyer. His name is Zorant. Some of you guys know him. One of the best speedrunners to ever touch the game. He does not like Chronoboon. And his take on being anti-Chronoboon is that he thinks that it removes the drama of the server, the intrigue, the world PvP, people fighting over buffs, big clashes at Blackrock Mountain, people getting pissed about losing Songflowers. Like, a lot of the drama and emergent gameplay he feels gets drained with no Chronoboon. Or with Chronoboon. What I would say, though, is I think there's some truth in what he's saying. I don't think it's, like, completely wrong. Like, there's definitely some stuff that gets taken away. But the overall net effect is positive, though, dude. Like, you get to play your character. You don't have to raid log, man. Like, you can actually play your character. You store the buffs. It adds, like, a new little piece of strategy with regard to, like, raiding. Where you're like, yo, let's all boon. Let's all unboon together, you know? Like, we're doing buff management. You can play your character. You can get full value from your Songflower and your DMT. Like, you know, you save it at, like, max value. It adds another money sink into the game. So it's not just constant inflation. It really is a huge money sink, man, because, and you could see this as a downside of Chronoboon, but if you boon and unboon and boon again over and over again to get full buffs, how many boons are you using? Probably 4 or 5. That's 50 gold. That 50 gold you're dumping back into the, you know, to the server to, like, every week. Yeah, it's a good gold sink, exactly. And the thing is, man, I do think it's the same thing with, like, griefing hardcore, bro. So even if you don't like hardcore WoW and you think One Life WoW is cringe or whatever your take is on it, imagine you're just a normal raider Andy. You're just a guy who likes PvE, you don't like deleting, you know, you like watching hardcore, you don't like playing, all the usual stuff, right? Hold up. Should be okay here. Yeah, we're good. If you're that guy, getting your world buffs dispelled in Classic is kind of like for what it's like with being a hardcore person getting griefed. You know? Like, you probably hated that. Like, there are some people who just got their rocks off dispelling your world buffs and trying to, like, grief you as you're trying to get into raids because they thought it was funny. You know what I mean? Dude, fuck that, bro. Like, are we really nostalgic about that? That type of gameplay that happens in the community, that creates a rift in the community, that turns people against each other? Are we really longing for that again, you know? It's part of a PvP server. Yeah, but I'm just saying, do you miss that? Is that something you actually, like... Ah, such good times. I think back to the good old days when my world buffs would get dispelled. Or when I was dispelling world buffs. That was so fun and funny. You do? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's why they have PvP and PvE servers. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who are really into raiding, that's what they really look forward to. Like, they're looking forward to it all week. They're getting all their buffs, man. Like, they're with the guild. They're ready to blast with the boys. That's what they really enjoy about the game. You know, you really want to deny them of that? Just let them play the game, bro. Like, yeah, you can kill them a few times outside of the dungeon, fuck with them a little bit, but if that's the main thing they're looking forward to, you know, let them pump. Let them play the game. Let them, and the boon allows them to play their characters throughout the week, right? I do actually. Killing the little shits that dispelled my buffs felt great. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I thought doing the parkour to get on top of Nax or underneath Nax to save buffs was super fun and cool. I didn't mind parses and stuff, so losing buffs wasn't a biggie to me. Yeah, I mean, based on the feedback in the chat, it seems like there's more people that do like that than I think. You know, that could just be a personal take. But bro, okay, think about it from the other side, though. Think about it from the other side. So you like that emergent gameplay of PvP around buffs. Did you like not playing your character all week? Not necessarily all week, because that's an exaggeration. Like, but not playing your character for a period of time. You know, you're getting your buffs like a day or two in advance, and you just stay logged out and playing at alt. Did you like that part of it? Because that is also fixed with Boon. You can actually play as much as you want on your main character get your buffs, like check the box, like you squared yourself away for the next raid, you know, you did what you had to do, and now you can just chill and play. I do miss the original vanilla 2004, 2005 days of Horde Ally rivalry there used to be. Blizz did a lot to diminish it over the years. The thing is, though, dude, vanilla WoW is set up in a way, it almost like you suspend reality like you're watching a movie. I'm not even kidding. This game, when you're playing on a PvP server in vanilla, something about it, you develop an irate and irrational hatred for the other faction, even if you play both factions. I'm not even kidding. Like, I played on Everlook recently, and I was leveling up an undead rogue, and even though, like, I've been playing a lot of Alliance and shit, I developed, like, a deep, seething hatred for Dwarf Hunters. And I was like, God, Dwarf Hunters are so fucking cringe, man. Like, Stoneform is so broken, Perception is so broken, right? Like, the game just, like, it just does that to you. Like, even after all these years, like, just the way the other faction shows up on your frame, you know, just this red-looking, evil-looking enemy. Dwarf Hunter is best. Yeah, I mean, I obviously played Dwarf Hunter as well. It's just, I never mained Rogue in vanilla before, right? So I mained it on Everlook. I got like 58 or something. And to see it from the other side, like, Horde Rogues actually kind of have it rough, man. I never realized. I mean, I did kind of realize, but I never experienced it, rather. Horde Rogues have it worse than Alliance Rogues, right? Surely. The Alliance racials are just like engineered to fuck them over. All of them. Stoneform, Desperate Prayer, Perception. Oh, thank you. Let me know, true. I played Horde for 15 years and I've been playing on Alliance recently. I've been super angry at Shamans. 100k massive? Yo, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, LEB. Good to see you. Orc Rogue 25% resist Pepe laugh. Yeah, the thing is, man, Perception is just so much better than that shit. Thing is, man, like, Perception has gotten better over the years as people gotten better at the game. I used to think, like, Perception was better in TBC than vanilla. I think it's just as good in vanilla as it is in TBC. That ability is so scary as a rogue. Because the thing is, when you're leveling up as a rogue in particular, your stealth level is pretty bad already. Because you don't have, a lot of times you don't have Master of Deception, or whatever it's called, that like improves your stealth level. Because you're leveling as combat or something. If you're on a fresh PvP realm and somebody Perceptions, I swear to God they can see you from like 40 yards away. Yo, Kargoz, did you see Rogue is the next Makarot class? No, I didn't, man. That's awesome. That's definitely going to be one where you're going to need the trade openers, though, for sure. Because, like, getting the stealth openers on each other, having it be RNG is a bit annoying. Thinking that dispelling someone's world buffs with no intention of PvP is a troll. Is World Tour all Horde? Oh, no, man. It's Alliance and Horde. You can play either. Did they decide a level range for their Rogue Makarot? Well, Cheesy would know. I'm not sure. Maybe it's 20 again. Yeah, the trade openers, then third duel is stealth. Probably 22. Oh, for Vanish? I could see that. Vanish, and don't you get crippling at 22? That'd be kind of fun. It really just blows my mind to this day, though. You know, somebody asked earlier, like, how come you're not bored of this game? I mean, it's just something we've said for years and years now, but they were on some shit when they made this game back in the day. The fact that they put all of this in 2004 when people couldn't even really understand what was going on in the game because their hardware was so bad. But the game still has so much depth and provides so much to do for all the different types of players, right? PvEers, PvPers, just like levelers, and kind of still gives you the ability to like sandbox the game as well. How the OST, the art style, everything is just held up so well. It's crazy. Is RuneScape about the same age as vanilla? Because that's the community that's like most parallel to classic, right? Old school RuneScape. What age difference are we talking? RuneScape 2. RuneScape, they're so much older. Old school RuneScape came out in 2013. 2007. RuneScape's from 2001. Okay, the OG RuneScape's 2001. So WoW's got a couple years on it. But yo, okay, no disrespect at all intended to the RuneScape players. But I mean, I don't know, dude. Look at this game. Look how beautiful it still looks, man. Look at the skybox. Look how crispy it looks. Game is just like gorgeous still. It's holding up like comparatively to RuneScape. Graphically, no contest, man. Like, I want to get into RuneScape a little bit just out of respect for the heritage of that game, or whatever the term is, the reputation of the game. But it just looks like unplayable to me, man. It's like too far gone. It was the same thing with D2 almost to a certain extent, and then they made Reforged, or Remastered. Completely different concept. Not gonna lie, though, the skyboxes often look ugly as shit, ultra low res. I wish they'd update them. Yeah, I think they could do another pass onto Classic. I hope they do, because there are still a few things that are pretty jarring in Classic, like 2D type of textures. I'll point one out next time I see one. But you guys know what I'm talking about, like in Duskwood and stuff. Like, sometimes things look okay from far away, and then you get up close to it, and you look at it from the side, and it's just a paper-thin, like, 2D texture. If they could just do a pass and, like, you know, kind of update some of those things to make it less weird looking. Has he explained World Tour yet? Alright, brother, I will explain World Tour. So the World Tour is one of the new projects in the hardcore community. We're trying something out. We're not sure if it's going to be a hit, if people are going to love it. Might be a failure, might be a flop. Who knows? But what it is, it's an 11-week league. You can sign up with your buddies, team of 5 or team of 6. You all level up. And you show up for 4 dungeon circuits and a grand finale. You speed run through the dungeon circuits. There's like a whole rule set laid out. There's a few add-ons you need to run. But it's $5,000 prize pool. And the leveling starts today. So 2 weeks is dungeon circuit 1. It's going to be like the first 4 dungeons. All the teams show up. Race through them. There's going to be casting. Sarth and Jordy, I'm pretty sure, is casting. Should be a good time. Everybody's invited. Everybody can play. Everybody can sign up. Yo, should I steal this guy's egg? Ah, that's so fucked up, actually. I'm not going to steal it. Let's see if he needs it. Fuck, of course he needed it. Does it have to be a new tune? Yeah, the leveling starts today, so it's all fresh tunes. So our team is called NOCC. We're running a horde melee-ish cleave. So that's why my name is NOCC Kargoz. We're trying to, like, be uniform in our presentation. And my teammates are Grace for Days on Feral Druid, Bobka on Rogue, Tactics on Warrior, myself on Hunter. And then we got Dustbone on Resto Shaman. Or he might not even play Resto. That's another thing. We've been going back and forth on that. Like, I think he's going to go Enhanced to start. Or we're all going to get Crescent Staffs for Circuit 1. And then as we get into, like, the deeper dungeons that are a little bit scarier, he'll probably go Resto or some kind of, like, hybrid. Just to pick up NS would be huge. You're just going to come up to my vein and steal from my vein. I'm just kidding. Isn't Dustbone the first person to get HC16? No, but he's been around the community for a while. He was there in the really early days. He has 3 hardcore 60s. Totally enhanced and heal dungeons until like 50. Yeah, we were thinking about maybe just going enhanced and then you wear int gear. And just throw some heals. And the thing is, like, Graze is going to be playing a pretty pivotal role, I think, as well, if we're pumping. So he's going to get... please stream as much of your leveling journey as you can. I can hear you talk about WoW all day long. Will do, brother. And, you know, the fact that there's 1,000 watching on Twitch and a couple hundred on YouTube, guys, from the bottom of my heart, I do love you all. I do love this community, and I do appreciate the last years we've all spent together playing classic WoW and stuff. We put some of the best years of our life into this. It's been super fucking fun. I'm really appreciative of it. I don't know how much longer we have, you know, how much longer I'll be playing, but it's been a hell of a good time. And it's really nice that people still show up, still remember me after all these years, because I haven't been the most consistent. So it's badass. I appreciate it, and I will try to stream a lot more of the leveling, because you pretty much have to record this stuff, I think. So let's go, brother. Thanks for keeping Classic alive. Thank you, Matt Ginn. Thanks for the 11 months. Hardcore WoW brought 10 of my IRL friends together from high school. We're in our 30s now. We all reinstalled 2 weeks ago. Amazing. Oh, you'll love to hear that. That's so cool. You definitely need that thread to keep your friendships alive, at least for me. All the friendships that I still have to this day, like, they're pretty much... There's always something there that keeps it alive, like whether it's tennis... or like entrepreneurship stuff, or WoW. Yo, Radimus TV with the tier 1 as well. Thank you for the 3 months, brother. Thanks for the support. Main class for official hardcore and why? I think from here on out, I'm always going to be debating myself, do I go warrior or hunter? And I'm still unsure. Warrior is so fun. It's like the... you know, when you go warrior, it's like your eyes are bigger than your stomach, right? How many people rolled warrior in Classic thinking they were going to rank 14? How many people rolled warrior in Classic and never even made it to 60, dude? They got lost in the abyss of Stranglethorn Vale at level 36. The leveling was too painful. Warrior is the class...
Talk to me.
that it's easy to want to play. It's the sports car. It is...
Stay away from them.
It's a tantalizing class to play. But then I just try to think, like, you know, all these years of playing this game. And once you get into the loot drama, like I'm saying, you're deep into BWL and AQ, and you're in this highly competitive bracket of warriors. Everybody's trying to pump as hard as possible and kind of like at each other's throats. That's the main thing that makes me not want to play warrior. And when I think about playing hunter, it's just a chill experience, bro. You don't have to rank 14. The weapon progression is so chill. The gearing progression is so chill. You still feel important. You're strong in PvP. You're strong in PvE. You got the Dire Maul ATM. You got the bank of Dire Maul at your disposal. You know what I'm saying? You have it's just a nice way to go. It's very satisfying, right? The abilities, the sounds of Hunter, right? Being able to aim shot, multi-shot, go through your rotation, the little tips and tricks, the finesse you have on your class, the flavor of all your abilities, like Eagle Eye and your trackings. It's just a great way to go, man. So it makes me think maybe I go Hunter. Gun to my head right now, if I had to choose what I think I'm gonna go Psalm 2. I'm probably going warrior, bro. Probably going warrior. I'm gonna rank again. I don't know, man. I still don't know. That's what my heart's telling me, dude. But maybe we just go hunter. I flamed you in a ZA GDKP one time. My bad, homie. Loving hardcore in your content. Did you really? What did I do, bro? Did I fuck up or something? In a ZA GDKP? Uh-oh. Did I, like, pull thread on, like, the The cat on the last boss or something? That's funny. Oh, the lock despawn you fucked up. Oh, yeah. I actually remember that now. You know how you can despawn the ads on that troll guy in that room? Where you send in the succubus? I had done it before successfully. I joined this GDKP, right? I was like, yo, I got this, guys. I got this. I did this before. I'm sitting there trying over and over again. I can't get it working. They're eventually like, fuck this, dude. We're just going to do it normal. Oh, that's funny, man. Least blade class with some of the most versatility. Flag running. You know, I hope Grays actually plays... I hope Grays actually plays Psalm 2 and plays Druid for real and actually goes the whole 9 yards with it. Goes all the way through Nax, tries running flags, tries ranking a bit, maybe not even all the way to 14. You just... Most important thing for Druid, right, is getting the... was it like rank 8 or rank 9 so you can get the movement speed bonus? And I hope to like play with him. That'd be awesome. 13 for Druid. Epic set is cracked. Oh, is it? CA was so AIDS. I hated it. Yeah, what are you guys thinking at this point, though? You guys think do you anticipate you're going to enjoy Wrath more than TBC? Or do you think, all things considered, once the dust settles, you will have enjoyed TBC more than Wrath? I don't even have a take, dude. I'm just a vanilla one trick over here. I'll tell you what, though. If I asked the chat a couple months ago, which one's better, Wrath or TBC, everybody would have said Wrath. Probably myself included. I don't know, man. TBC was trash. There's people in all different mindsets, though, right? Like, in my mind, I kind of already, like, I wrote Wrath off in my mind. You know, I'm like, nah, I'm over this. I'm going back to vanilla, you know? But I talked to my buddy Dustbone, who's playing on our world tour, our shaman. He's like, dude, I am loving Wrath. I'm raiding Gold War like 6 times a week. This shit is so fun. I'm playing 2 rogues. I'm playing a shaman. Like, Wrath's so much better than TBC. I'm loving it. There's just people on all over the spectrum. So I have a hard time like reading the room sometimes. Love retail? Oh, that's the other one, yeah. Blizzard changed Wrath Classic too much. Ulduar is actually good. Having a blast playing Wrath. I mean, that's the cool thing, right? There's a lot of people that just find it like a harmonious balance. So you can play Wrath and do your raids, and then in your off time, it's like the perfect thing to do is play vanilla. It doesn't necessarily have to be one or the other. Like, I'm kind of an extremist. I kind of go all in, right? Like, it's hard for me to balance multiple things like that. But I know a ton of people that are in that boat in particular. They go do the raids, they're enjoying themselves in Wrath, and then, you know, they spend their the off days playing vanilla, playing hardcore and stuff. Not having RDF is why I quit Wrath Classic. I get anxiety grouping, and being able to do it randomly was always my preference. Same reason I rarely run HC dungeons. Gotcha, yeah. Like, I'm so disconnected with the Wrath. Bro, I can't even complete Solvent Spirit. Is this how Hydraxian is? I'm not complaining because I'm not in any rush, you know. Like, we have 2 weeks, but it's kind of funny, dude. Is EU popping off that much? You can't even just do, like, the basic quests? I've never had a slower Duratar run in my life, dude. Zalazane, the starting mob in the starting cave. Like, I can't get anything done, man. It's funny. All the low-level zones are packed. Oh, crab. Yes. You playing on EU? Yeah, I'm on EU. You know who's happy about that, right? Sir Tactics. Overjoyed. Do you want to see class balance for Psalm 2? Like balanced druids and shit on the come up? I don't think so, man. We've been talking about this all day. Let me see, like, wish list for Psalm 2. Starting from the order of most important, or like highest priority or whatever, I think most of us can agree we want to see world buffs again in Psalm 2. We just did a season without them, so it's kind of cool to switch it up, go back, enjoy some world buffs again. And a lot of us have been playing Era recently and enjoying the world buffs over there and the boon and stuff, so I think that's pretty up there on the, you know, the importance list. 100 million thousand % though, unlimited debuff slots again. Increased leveling though. Increased leveling speed. Thoughts? Thoughts on increased leveling speed again? We just had that in the last one. A part of me says no, we just go back to 1x values because we just had an increased cadence. But the thing is, then at that point, aren't you just getting close to just rerunning an Era server? They'd have to have changes in some other departments if they just run it back again with just 1x values. If it's seasonal, yes. 1x only forever. That's the thing though, like I've realized this over time. The leveling speed, it could be 0.5x, it could be whatever. Like people are still going to do it, they're going to get through it. And it's just going to extend that honeymoon phase where everything feels new and fresh a little bit longer. Not necessarily a bad thing. It's almost like a hurt so good thing while you're leveling. You know, like you can't wait to get 60. You can't wait. You're so excited to get 60 and start running the previous shit. You can't wait to get out of Stranglethorn Vale. But it's the carrot on a stick, you know. Then when you rush through that content a lot more and you skip a lot of it, you're shortening that like awesome time on the server. You feel me? I could see a world though, man, where they post that. Imagine they post Psalm 2 and they say 1x leveling rates. Can you imagine it? Like people on either Reddit or just even on the Blizzard sites going like, you lost me at 1x experience rate. I have like 4 jobs, 9 kids, 3 wives, 4 cars, you know, 2 mortgages. I can't do it. 1x can't do it. I think they would get a lot of pushback on that front. Because I don't know, I feel like the people that are here, like watching this right now, like we're kind of built diff. Like our wires are crossed. Like we just like vanilla too much. Average Joe Schmo who just wants to play casually, 1x, that might scare him off. But it's okay to scare some people off at the same time, to be honest. Like I think there's like a certain, like it's okay to not have everything super accessible. I have 30 seconds to play every week. Because the thing is, even if you are Joe Schmo with 3 kids, 4 wives, 9 cars, whatever, I don't, like, they'll still eventually get 60, bro. Over the course of a year, and you'll still be able to hit some content. Like, is it really that bad? I think I would want 1x. Because it's different from what we got on the last Psalm. And a lot of people have been really wanting Era again. They've been wanting Blizzard to do another Era. I actually asked the chat a couple weeks ago when the last time I streamed, whatever, how long ago that was. I asked the chat whether you would want to see Psalm 2 fresh vanilla or you'd want to see just a rerun of what we had in 2019. I'll ask you guys again now. Would you? But the thing is, here's the thing, bro. If they rerun 2019, there's going to be no Chrono Boon. There's going to be no Chrono Boon, though, dude. Let's hypothetically not even think about that. So, would you want them to do fresh 2019 Classic, no Chrono Boon? Or Psalm with Chrono Boon and world buffs? It's tough, man. It's tough. Psalm 2 with Chrono Boon world buffs. Or just... but with the increased leveling speed, you know? Then we're getting into an actual pretty tough call here. Chrono was shit? Yo, explain to me though. Provide me your take, brother. Why was Chrono shit? I'm telling you, dude. Once you've tried the boon, it's so nice.
Farewell.
is so nice. I love it. What was that? Kargoz getting stuffed up? Interesting ASMR this morning. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's taking longer than I thought to get over this cold.
What do you need?
What can you do? The leveling starts today.
Go with honor.
HE server in the next tier gets unlocked when the first raid downs Ragnaros. Having ran Nax from week 1 on Classic, I wouldn't want Joe Schmo in my raid. World buff meta separates at IMO. Hell yeah. What's up, Denikino? There's many people out there that can only achieve an erection by purging world buffs.
What do you need?
Oh, God.
Be safe.
That's hilarious. I'm telling you, I've explained this take before in the past. I feel like, okay, there's a pizza pie, right? Of people who love vanilla WoW. The majority of the pizza pie is what? What type of gamer? It's not the rankers. I think the majority of the pizza pie of people who like classic vanilla WoW are raiders, PvE guys, and I think they're probably majority like kind of dad gamer types, you know? Myself included, I'm a dad gamer. I'm a proud dad gamer. They like raiding with the boys, they like progressing their characters, you know, they like, you know the type, right? The archetype. The second group, the second biggest group is probably the rankers though. And I include people who are worse on Gold's Q sitters, the people who love that shit, the people who just like PvP, right? They just like queuing BGs and just playing BG, you know. That's got to be the second biggest, right? Third biggest would probably be, oof. We could just say levelers. Casual levelers, hardcore Andes. Putting everybody in that basket. The people who just enjoy leveling, they're not really into the end game min-max. On either the PvE or the PvP front. That's probably group 3. Group 4, though, and this is where the hot take sets in. Group 4 are the fucking griefers, man. They're a pretty big chunk of the vanilla community. And I don't even mean this in a purely disrespectful way. I mean it in the sense that some people genuinely have a passion for vanilla WoW, but their outlet for that passion is they really enjoy griefing people. In the open world, just like ganking people relentlessly, dispelling world buffs, creating mischief and mayhem. That's how they like the game. They enjoy it. It's the way she goes. You know, it's their $15 a month. Like, I think it is fucked up. I think it is kind of like destructive, and it's like a weird outlet for some bizarre personality traits, but it is what it is, man. That's a part of the vanilla ecosystem. That's a slice of the pizza pie. They exist, bro. They exist on private servers. They exist on Classic. They're not even really into the min-max endgame meta on either front. They just want to fuck around. You need those people though to make vanilla. Much like the sewer beast, they exist. Oh, man. I almost forgot to dispel Andes. Yeah. Okay. We skipped Zalazane. That is so sad. Vendor trash. Turn in Zalazane. We already hearthed here. Okay, we're doing encroachment. We have a few arrows. Oh, we actually do have Faintly Glowing Skull. This is a different quest. I forgot. I thought this was attached to the Zalazane quest, so we do have this. And we have our sticky glue. Very nice. So we're going to save that for the dungeon circuits. That's dope, so it's not that bad. But that's the normal course of events with vanilla, right? Like, we broke down all the demographics. The thing that will be a game changer is going to be hardcore, though. If they do hardcore servers, that's going to be a disruption to the normal script, to the normal demographics of vanilla WoW, and we're going to be in some uncharted territory there. And it should be really exciting to see all the implications of a true One Life hardcore server. To see what changes, what deviates from the normal meta. I still think, I was telling Grays about this yesterday, it's going to be kind of vaguely reminiscent of a normal server, though, right? On a real hardcore One Life realm, will there be GDKPs? Yes. Will there be boosting services? You might say, oh, that's not possible. It's not possible to boost. They're going to die at some point. You might be right, but I feel like water's going to find a crack. They're going to find a way to do just some super low risk boost where they don't die. Something where it's like almost impossible. Why are you slamming your keyboard like it's a mythic raid? Am I? I'm not even hitting it hard, bro. I'm sorry, I mean, it's clearly coming through. Low risk, high safety boosting. The vanilla love is growing. That is so weird. I need Winky to come over and help me out with sound. Som anti-boost tech. Yeah, that's right. Som, they did cut out the boosting completely. They completely DOA'd it, right? There's literally nobody boosting in Som. That was pretty sick. Imagine bot hunting. You could actually have a serious impact on botting. Oh, yeah, that is true. And the same thing with gold selling, though, too, right? Like, gold selling will be 100% a thing on hardcore servers. But it won't be like before. Like, you can be some massive oiler swiping for every piece of gear or whatever, but, you know, it's the ultimate gold sink. If they die, all that damage is, like, reversed, you know? What happened to Everlook? Yo, hardcore is the ultimate gold sink, if you think about it. So it makes me wonder, like, what would the prices be like on a hardcore server? Maybe it wouldn't be that bad. Like, usually the prices just go up and up on a server, like, forever. Now you keep your gold on a bank alt, your Swiss bank account alt. That's true. People would do that. And Winky was saying the other day that you would just, like, suicide bomb on a, you know, a warlock that you went to 50 to, like, snipe another guild bank in a city. You just run in, tap down, drop an Infernal on their level 1 guild bank. Delete all of their stash of Arcanite bars and lava cores. Yo, what up, Winky? Good to see you, bro. It's so crazy there's so many people here, man. I'm like a congested hollow husk of my actual self, and people are chilling. You'll love to see it. Seriously, guys, thank you so much for being here. Imagine buying gold and getting griefed by the gold seller account. Yeah. One of the least savory things, though, and like least wholesome thing about a hardcore server, I was telling Grace, is I do believe if there was a hardcore server, there would be services to assassinate other characters. And that's not even cool, bro. It sounds kind of cool, but it really is not, man. Imagine there was that service. Someone pays like $200, and then you get, you know, 3 henchmen literally following that person around waiting for an opportunity to, like, grief them. That sounds awful. That's what I'm saying. If Blizzard does one, they gotta, like, fix a lot of the griefing methods and try to, like, you know, protect the players from themselves, you know? That sounds like a dynamic player-driven gameplay. I think it would exist, though, man. Can you imagine going to a gold selling site? It's like, now offering our new premium assassination service. Someone ninja chess from you in a dungeon? Did somebody flip you the bird? Here at powerboost.eu, we are pleased to offer you our assassination service. Our premium hitman technicians will swiftly come through and delete the character from the game world for the low price of 200 Danish coronas. Some for browser illegal services, but in WoW. I feel like all the streamers would be the first assassination targets. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm partially saying this out of self-preservation.
Strength.
Corona is Mexican. Oh, the beer? Can I ask what the ratio between ally and horde is on EU? Also, is there any chance that some HC folks RP too? I love to RP. I think there's a lot of people in the HC community that RP. Yeah. And I think I honestly think most players that play vanilla WoW probably RP. But hold on. You RP in different ways though. You know what I mean? Like I don't ever sit in Goldshire and have a tea party with somebody, but I geek out giga hard on the art assets for like a Dead Mines tournament and like try to find lore videos and try to make it as atmospheric and as immersive as possible. That's kind of RP, you know? But like people, basically if you find the game cool in a certain way, like if you just enjoy the aesthetic, like you enjoy the RP aspect of it a bit, you know? But I do think in hardcore, because people who play hardcore do have such a passion for the game,
What can I help you with?
you'll find a lot of the RPers there as well.
Never dull.
Best RP is Chad the Bull. I saw that, bro. I saw the Guzu video on that. That was so funny. Role-playing one lifer. Yeah, I mean, we've always made that argument too, like that hardcore is kind of inherently roleplay because it's not a real feature of the game, being one life, so we're kind of pretending that we have one life.
Strength and honor. For the Horde. Fresh meat.
Voltros Elite is flying around in Westfall on Man Creek. Nice, man. Get that dagger. There was a player named Kargoz HC griefing stay safe this weekend. Plot twist, Kargoz already bought the website for griefing website services. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of griefers with my name. It's kind of fucked up, man. It has definitely caused me a headache. Who else is on your team? It's going to be me on Hunter, on Troll. Then we're going to have Grace for days on Thorn Druid, Feral Druid. We're going to have Tactics Law on Troll Warrior. We're going to have Bobka on Troll Rogue. And we're going to have Dustbone on Troll Shaman. So full Troll team minus Grays on Cow. Call you Jenga, you stacked. Yeah, I'm liking our chances. I don't know though. Grays and I together, we've been known to throw a run or two. Hopefully Bobka and Tactics can reel us in when we're getting a little crazy. Did I just hear Dusty? Yeah, Winky Dustbone, yeah. No, he's actually been playing this whole time, dude. He's playing in a guild called Serenity. Apparently it's a pretty good guild, raiding Ulduar like 5-6 times a week. This is one tanky cool war. I thought y'all had Lesmos too. Oh no, yeah, he is. He's our backup. He's starting a new job, so he's he doesn't have all the time to play, so it kind of works out perfect. He'll be able to step in if somebody dies. Casual 1K viewers, yeah, man. And we got 100K subs on YouTube today. So cool, man. So awesome. Love to see it. Huge shout out to Winky for helping with that too. I mean, I was hard stuck 99.6 for the longest time, and it actually started to go up. I wonder what happens though, man, when you get 100K. They call you or something? I don't see anything changed on my dashboard. They say that you get like some plaque or something. Maybe they just auto send one to your house. Dude, that's a lot of fresh meat. Thanks, guys. Welcome. Get that silver plaque applied for it. Yo, Metagoblin, what's up, man? Yo, Metagoblin has one. So, oh wait, Metagoblin. So how does it work, man? You have to apply? There's a silver plaque application or something? What's up, Meta? How you doing, brother? Better hope your address is up to date. Actually, I know for a fact it's not. Good call. Damn, Winky with the sub as well. Thank you, brother. They don't message you at all anymore. You have to apply for the silver plaque on a separate website. Gotcha. Yeah, I might hit you up about that later if that's cool, man, and try to get some details on it. That'd be really cool. Kargoz, do you skateboard? Nah, not really, man. Not really. Closest thing I do to skateboarding is, nah, I can't even say I snowboard, but I snowboarded like a couple times in high school. Oh, I go to Lake Tahoe, though, and eat food. That's as close as I get to skateboarding. I go to Tahoe quite frequently. Do you do some or any of the achievements? No, not on this run. Just trying to stay alive, because the achievement is the world tour, essentially. Is this classic or Psalm? This is a classic. Pretty sure Psalm's wrapped up now, right? You can't even play it. Do you skateboard and play with yourself? No, can't say that I do, buddy. My uncle lives in Incline Village in South Lake Tahoe. Oh, really? Right in the tourist spot? Yo, Denakina, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you so much. HC Hype. Hell yeah. Love this community for sure. Love everything we got going on. I feel like we have a good amount of momentum with everything. Really cool. Been to Garwoods? What's Garwoods? You mean Muirwoods? Kargoz, my girlfriend wants to smash and I'll allow it. You know what? I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the gesture. Yo, we got Fiona Joanne in the house with the Prime and Smenu with the Prime. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Can you explain the event happening today? Yeah, I can. I'll do a little once-over as well. So today, the Hardcore World Tour starts, which is one portion of this league, Hardcore All-Stars Season 1 that we've been putting together. So the World Tour, you're able to register with a team of 5 or 6, and you speed run through 4 dungeon circuits plus a grand finale. The leveling portion started today. The first dungeon circuit starts in 2 weeks. 5K prize pool. And you can still totally register. I'll put the Discord in the chat for you. Here you go. Congrats on your silver play button. Hey, thanks, Volgor. Our CDs banned for the World Tour. CDs. Not ringing a bell, dude. Perhaps you can inform me on what CDs might be. Just curious, which monitor are you using? It looks super wide. Do you think it's an advantage? Tactics hates it. He tells me every day. He absolutely hates the widescreen. I'll tell you what, though, from a player, does anybody play on widescreen here? It's so nice to play on, man. It is unbelievable. The game looks so rich. It looks so full. Like it's kind of hard to go back. But I understand from a viewer perspective, it might be kind of scuffed because it's less. If you're not on widescreen, it looks smaller. I also hate widescreen. Ultra wide is BIS. Yeah, I'm not sure if mine is wide or ultra wide. It's like 3800 by 1440. You damn handsome Giga Chad. Glad to have you streaming for us every now and again. EU loves you. That's great, man. It's awesome. Love to see EU support. I am playing on your servers. That is ultra wide. Gotcha. Widescreen is great. Easier to browse the web with Twitch minimized on the phone. You know the thing is, your phone is ultra wide. So I noticed that, like when we were doing the production the other day, if you look at it in landscape mode on your phone, it fits perfectly. It looks really nice. Oh, we're done with encroachment. That might ding us.
Fresh meat.
Kill a few more things.
Fresh meat.
I have a premium self-made espresso in my hand right now. I couldn't be happier. Winky, I love this espresso machine, man. It changed my life. I'm hoping even by talking about this right now, maybe it'll change some lives as well of people watching. If you're a Keurig user, if you're a French dripper, if you're a percolator, if you're an instant coffee, rip the packet, pour it in hot water type of enjoyer, listen close. Buying a mid-range espresso machine for a couple $100, god damn, that's a great investment. It's a lot of fun. You can get pretty bougie with it. You can it's kind of like a craft. I don't know, it might be a stretch to say it's a craft, but some people are really into it. They do like latte art and stuff, but the whole process of grinding your own beans and having all the tools to make yourself like a really nice cup of coffee. I got like a milk thermometer now. Try to put the right type of bottled water in there. It's really satisfying, and it does save you a lot of money, because like I used to tell Winky, I used to spend way too much money at Starbucks. It was stupid. To be fair, if you can afford it, buy a 1.5K G machine. 1.5K on an espresso machine? Damn, that's kind of expensive. I feel like it can't be that much better. It's still the same process, right? What beans do you grind? Oh, I'll link the ones I grind. These are really, really good. They're called... yeah, Super Crema. Here you go. These are fire. Dude, that's a hell of a link I just put in the chat, but... Lavazza Super Crema Espresso Whole Bean Coffee. 2-pound bag. Comes in like one day to your house, you know, like via Amazon. Got a lot of good reviews too, so it's been good, man. Holy mother of links, yeah. I just use an old-fashioned stovetop espresso and cappuccino. Yeah, there's something charming about that too. You know those? Have you seen those little Italian espresso or coffee pot things that it's just a tiny little metal device and it makes... I don't even know how to describe it. It's got like a very iconic look to it. Mocha pot, that's it. Yeah, mocha pot. Yup. Or maca pot. Percolators are the move if you're a big coffee drinker. Yeah, I went through a percolator phase, and it was pretty nice too. I mean, it was nice. I felt like it's not going to sound good when I explain it like this, but it was almost like it was like I was a gas station or something. You know how they always have the percolators there, and you just come out and you have a pre-warm. It stays warm. Big pot of coffee you can come out and pour whenever you want. A makura pot. What's up, Kargoz? This This animated HCAS World Tour is sick. Where can I get this? Is it available on the event homepage? It's on in the Discord under art assets. Dennis put a bunch of them there. Glad you enjoyed though, man. That coffee was probably gas too. What's up, Table Slam? Dude, we got everybody in here today. What's up, everybody? It almost feels like we're a community. Uh-oh. I got work meeting starting in 9 minutes. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. 9 minutes.
Blood and thunder.
But at least we're at level 10. That's a pretty good start to everything. Guys, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you. Thank you for spending some time with me this morning. Help push the YouTube over 100K. Really cool. Much love to you all. I'm going to try to host Grace here. I think he just got started with the stream. I think he's doing yeah, he's live now. He's doing exactly what I'm doing. He's starting his character right now. Yo, Real Ood, thank you for the prime, man. All the follows, all the fresh meat. Thanks so much, guys. I'm going to go host Grace now. He's going to be doing exactly what I'm doing. We're on the same team. You're pretty much not going to be switching into any different content. Just go hang out with Grace for a bit. I got to do some work meetings. And I'm going to try to get better so I don't sound like shit next time we talk. But, yeah, guys, have a good day. Talk to you soon.